19 of Season 6 of IRC Super League. And we are here in the, was it Land of the Opportunity or Hope for the Living or something like that? I don't know. But basically, we're here in America. And it is round 19, as I said. My goodness me, we have absolutely flown by this season, haven't we? Struggling to keep up. It's been fast and furious, hasn't it? Right up till now, it's been absolutely fantastic. It really has. I got to say, I always start my opening exactly the same way. I need to shake that up a bit, I think, don't I? Oh, nicely, Dave's already thrown the stream in the chat. That is absolutely fantastic stuff. To us, I do need a bit of assistance with technology. I do work with technology on a daily basis, but obviously it's still yeah, I just still can't get used to it. I'm not down with the kids, am I? Oh blimey, I've just shared it on my Facebook. Great. Oh well. Hello everyone. Anyway, yeah, let's get into it, shall we? As Jonathan just said, good evening, Jonathan. Of course, Jonathan is one of the championship one of 3 guys that is still in with a chance of winning the title. We'll go through the permutations in just a few moments, but before we do, let's just take a look at the track layout, shall we? 20 turns around this modern classic, isn't it, which is COTA Circuit, the America. They call that unique, and this is a very unique in one of the landmarks of this circuit. That incredible tower, I can't remember how high Crofty said it was, but it's quite high. That's all I know. 3.4 miles long, 5.5 kilometers, depending on what you like to measure your measure your sizes in. And of course, then we're going to get ready for a race in just a few moments. Of course, it's been on the calendar since 2012, hasn't it? My goodness me. Of course, one of my favourite races back in 2012, wasn't it? Of course, Lewis Hamilton beating Vettel in a straight fight, didn't he? It was a classic race as well. Of course, another one of great race was back in 2015 where Hamilton clinched the title, didn't he? And potentially, talking of which, Not That Bad could potentially clinch the title today, as I have just about, bearing in mind it's a very dodgy working out here. I gotta say, it looks like it looks like someone from primary school did my workings out here. It's all over the show, but I'll go through the permutations in just a few moments. And yeah, it's gonna be really good, isn't it? And as at Knowlesy, of course, the defending champion, the man was in the exact same boat this time last year, wasn't he? Knowlesy was, and good Ben evening. No, good evening, Ben. Oh, I don't know. Good evening, Knowlesy. How's it going? Yeah, of course, Knowlesy had a bit of a nightmare, didn't he, yesterday in the in Circuit of the America, didn't he? Unfortunately, and he got a 10-second penalty for get out of people's way. So basically, according to Coast Masters, don't get out of the way. Just park yourself in the middle of the track. Yeah, that's basically what I got from that last night. We got 3 more rounds to go, which means there's 75 points up for offers, which is for the remainder of the season. No, then it's 77 points, isn't it? No, 78. 78 points up for offer. My goodness me. So of course, so after this stop, we go into Brazil next week. I'm looking forward to Brazil. I love that track. It's old school. It has everything. Expect safety cars. Expect crashes. It's gonna be great. And then of course we end it in Abu Dhabi. To be honest, Abu Dhabi is kind of Marmite, really. You love it or you hate it, don't you? I quite like Abu Dhabi, to be honest. It's a nice backdrop to a great season, isn't it? Of course, that's both elite and super, and we're hoping that both championships go down to the wire, don't they? I gotta say, in terms of the championship permutation, shall we just quickly go through that? Shall we? So then, I've worked this out. It took me well over an hour to do. So, and let's be frank about it. I wouldn't take this as gospel by any stretch of the imagination, but. If Not That Bad wins today or wins and gets fastest lap, RU must finish second, and Jonathan, it doesn't matter where Jonathan finishes, he is out of the championship, unfortunately. If Not That Bad finishes second, RU must finish 7th, and Jonathan must finish 3rd to keep the championship alive. If Not That Bad finishes 3rd, RU must finish 7th, and Jonathan must finish 6th. If Not That Bad finishes 4th, then RU must just get in the points really, and Jonathan must finish 7th with fastest lap. And also, if Not That Bad does finish 5th or lower, he cannot win the title today. Again, he cannot win the title today, so he has to finish in the top 4 to win. That is basically that's the most important statement I've made on the stream so far. Yeah, that is so 4th is the magic number for not that bad then to even think about the total permanentations. Unfortunately, though, if he does finish 5th, Jonathan has to still finish 8th and get a fastest lap. So then there's the championship permanentations, and I'm really proud of that actually. Yeah, it took me an hour to do, but it doesn't matter. I got there. It doesn't matter how. It's not about the. Well, they say it's not about the destination, it's the journey, isn't it? Well, I think that in terms of that, it's more about the destination, really, because that's all you cared about, really, was the championship permanentations. And that's all I cared about, really, as well. As we see, we're taking a look at this beautiful circuit. Of course, one of the modern-day epics, isn't it, in Formula 1? I got to say, I got mixed feelings about this track. I must admit that you can see those S's there, fantastic bit of racing circuit there. But I got mixed feelings about this track. I'm not really a big fan of it, to be honest, I must say. But you can see where it's been absolutely fantastic. It does produce some fantastic races. Last night, my goodness me, it really was brilliant stuff, wasn't it? Of course, the elite guys were in action last night, and all twists and turns. And Deneen showed absolutely incredible champions drive, didn't he? And so did Vanquish as well. Vanquish. Well, you can't vanquish him, can you? It's incredible, Vanquishes. We're way down the pecking order, and he finished 2nd in brilliance as well. And of course, a good shout out to a former super driver as well, Daniel Murphy. He got a great podium position as well. So well done, Dan. He focused more on the race, didn't he? I wonder if anyone's going to have a go at that. And we got Mercedes warming up, and out he flies. It is Timmy. Timmy is out on track as well, as you can see. Then we got a couple of cars going on track now. Look at that incredible view then going up into turn 1. And Are You Racing has joined. Better late than ever, but he is in, and hopefully the qualifying session doesn't have any major ramifications for that. Jan van Den Brink now said, "Go for it, JM Sport." James Sprint. Twice, I have to read that twice as well. And of course, we are on board with Sprint now. Of course, Vanquish's protege, isn't he? He's basically Obi-Wan to Vanquish's Qui-Gon, isn't he? If any of you Star Wars fans out there, which I gotta say, I'm a big old nerd. I love it. So Sprint there coming out of turn 10 then. We've also got Jonathan. Of course, our Ted Quarrick says that dry quality as it stands and a dry race. Yes, it is. And of course, Jonathan are probably very happy with the dry race. As you can see, coming down the back straight now. Look at how dusty it is off line there from Sprint now. Is he trying to warm up his tires? He's gone on the hard compound tyre, Sprint has. So, of course, that's going to have a bit of issues with warm up, isn't it, in that Williams. I was going to say Renault there. Goodness me, I'm back in the 90s. Got Brown there, who is just coming into, as Dave touched on last night, it's more of a Bahrainian kind of turn. I remember the Bahrain turn at turn 10. I got to say, it was one of the more difficult corners of the old calendar, isn't it? Just watching Woody there, who's on the back straight as well. Asdog is out on track now. Oh, a lovely funky new helmet. Hopefully Asdog takes his Q3 bad this week. He was a bit of a naughty boy last week, wasn't he? He was a bit of a rebel, wasn't he? He ignored, well, I wouldn't say ignored the qualifying, but he probably forgot. Because to be honest, when you're I love that gold helmet, beautiful. Yeah, of course, when you're in the thick of action, the action there, and you're really on it, when the adrenaline's going, it's always gone very wide there, Asdog has, lost a bit of momentum. When the adrenaline's going there, you can forget what's going on out there. I must admit, when I was having a practice the other day, I was in a practice race. And I got to say, I got the bit between my teeth in Q2, but unfortunately I forgot that I have to start the race on those tyres. And yeah, I did like 4 or 5 laps on them. My race didn't go very well at all. I was in the bush after 2 or 3 laps, so that just kind of sums up my career in IRC and everywhere. So really, that's why I'm up here now. That's why I'm not on track, because I'm a danger, I'm a hazard to myself and everyone else. Here comes Asdog. He's not a hazard to anyone, is he? An absolutely splendid driver, isn't he, in his own right? Fantastic this season. He's done really well this season. The only thing he's missing is that win. Of course, he won in China, didn't he, last season? Brilliant win as well. Absolutely fantastic. And Jonathan said, same as me, a big Star Wars fan. And yes, so I got another Star Wars fan out there as well. Lucas, remember Lucas, one of the elite drivers. Of course, he was my he was a fantastic race in Hungary, wasn't he? Damon Hill-esque drive in Hungary, wasn't he? And from Lucas, and he says good evening and go Dave. And of course, Dave is on track as well, isn't he? Of course, what is it? Yes, he is on track. I was for some reason I was thinking for DNF Dave there. Of course, Dave's highlight this season was that cracking win in Monaco, wasn't it? Brown is third. Timmy is gone second. There's a Williams in front of him at the moment, which is Sprint, and he is on the hard compound tire at the moment. Here comes Harry. Of course, giving us some elusive insight last night, wasn't he? And he called it right. He called it spot on, didn't he? The McLaren driver did, and telling us all about what Murphy was doing last night. So good stuff from Harry. Hopefully, he can help me out tonight. And here comes Hog, comes across the line, and he's gone on a 36.2 there. He hasn't gone the whole hog just yet, but I'm sure he'll be getting there fairly soon. We got 13 minutes to go. We got Penny going up in the 4th position. Then Penny, I feel that it might be a bit disappointed with this season. It's been a bit on-off, hasn't it, for Penny? But I'm really looking forward to. Hopefully, really looking forward to what he can do in season 7. Season 7, my goodness. Here comes Woody, and a very good time there from Woody as well. And he is up into 3rd position in the Ferrari. Harry is now just coming through turn 19 then. He don't want to run too wide. Then Harry is in the pits. So Harry comes into the pits. Then Fizzy, then he has gone up into 8th position in the Renault. I was going to say Jordan then. So I don't know what's going on with me tonight. I'm like 20 years behind everyone else. Sven there on track as well. Matt is also coming through the final sector. More of a technical sector. This is to be honest, this sector. I think the sector is a good sector, to be honest, because it allows the cars to really follow close behind, don't they? And it gives us a good opportunity going into turn 1. Here comes Matt then. Of course, he won in Russia, didn't he, as well? So that is the highlight of his season. And to be honest, he's had a very consistent season, hasn't he, Matt? That's very good indeed. Looking forward to next season, because I think it's wide open. The championship is next season. And of course, it's anyone's ball game next season. I'm really looking forward to season 7. That is 6/10 second away from his teammate at the moment, and oh, that's a Williams there, a sprint now, just visiting the fans there, and he's come back on track now. Sven down the back straight. Snap is about to start his up now. Not that bad. Here is the man. Can he be champion elect here today? We'll find out. We're keeping on. Not that bad as well. Just watching Sven then. And he is in the Haas, and he's gone very deep into turn 11, I think that is. And of course now coming into, oh, he's damaged the front wing, Sven has. So he must have been well out in the wildlife there to damage the wing now. So that's not good at all for car 29, Sven isn't. So he's going to have to come back in the pits. Luckily he has 11 minutes to go, so yeah, it's not going to be a panic as such. Lovely shot here. Look at that Mercedes in all its glory, and that Silver Arrow is flying down the back straight. Here is not that bad. Can in only a second season become a champion in IRC. And for some reason I thought I said WRC then. IRC, and I tell you what, he's done fantastic this year, hasn't he? I think he's had a bit of a wobble over the last couple of races, hasn't he? But he is still in the championship, and he's still in the box seats, isn't it? From a neutral point of view, I'd love to see the championship go to the final race, but not that bad. It's for the others to basically show this man it's not all over yet, and he's done a 33-1 there for not that bad. I've got to say, his only Achilles heel is that his qualifying performance probably is not his strongest suit, but with the racecraft of not that bad it's got, then you don't really need a qualifier, do you? And I think Fizzy has also showed you don't need qualified either. Fizzy's done a fantastic season. I think from my point of view, he's been outstanding stuff. As Norsley's just said, Sean's career is in the bush. Yep, that just sums up my whole Formula 1 career, to be honest. Yeah, what was my best IRC race? Well, the only thing I remember about my career in IRC was taking on my teammate in China, and also having a great start at Austria, and then that was it. Jonathan has had a much better career than I have. Which ones I would say that everyone's had a much better career than I have. He's had a 3-1-6 there, and my goodness me, he has blown me away there. He has blown everyone away there. Oh my goodness, my hat's flown off. A 3-1-6 there from Jonathan. Wow. Wow, that's really thrown him. I tell you what, elite guys are going to be standing up and paying attention to that time. That was an impressive time. Remember last night on the 31s that me and Dave were astonished to see that in the Q1, and my goodness me, Jonathan, look at that. He's a 31. Next man, the closest man is Anstog on a 33-1 there. Jonathan is really up for this night. He really is indeed. So he wants to take the championship on to Brazil, doesn't he? And I tell you what, a lot of we all want to see the championship go to Abu Dhabi, doesn't he? I think the only person that probably doesn't. It's not that bad. Here comes Fizzy. He is a second up in the first sector. That Fizzy is as we go through the SSN. Dave has just said good evening all. Thank you, Lucas. Of course, there's Lucas, and hopefully I'll have some of the Greeks there. Of course, as David, I reckon, has become like a half Greek, hasn't he, over the past couple of days as well. I think he visited the Greek restaurant as well. I'm not sure if he enjoyed the food too much, but oh, look at that! And you can see them. We're just sitting just in front of the rear wing now, and you can see there. You can see that the hydraulics are really controlling the rear wing. Fantastic. Hopefully we see it shut. We just see it shut just as Fizzy gets on the brakes there. Beautiful angle there from the camera, the director there. Now as Fizzy's into the technical part of the circuit now, coming into the final sector then for the yellow Renault then. So Are You Racing joined too late, so he is going to be at the back field. I haven't even touched on Are You Racing yet. Incredible. As Are You Racing, remember, is the man that needs to needs to really keep this championship alive, doesn't he, going into Brazil? He is the closest man to Not That Bad. Fizzy there, come around the final corner again, and he has done 3-4 laps on these soft compound tyres now, and he goes up into 12th position there. He is building up, so expect something sensational in not too far away. Roscoe there once again, and I reckon he has to pay for his tyres at Red Bull, because he's usually he's the coolest cucumber in the house, isn't he? He doesn't really come out until the very end, does he? He's not really keen on I don't think he's just really keen on mingling at the moment, does he? When in the first part of qualifying, but he definitely mingles in the final part of qualifying, doesn't he? And I gotta say then, as that Sven goes a bit wide out of turn 10 there, I gotta say though that next season Super is it's looking absolutely cracking, isn't it? I mean, of course, with Jonathan Not That Bad Are You Racing, we expect to be going up to Elite, which I think has been confirmed. I hope I haven't let the cat out of the bag. I don't think I have. Well, to be honest, I think I've said it anyway before. But yeah, with those three going up then, I'd say it's wide open. Of course, you've got to remember, we've got guys like T. Sammy coming down as well. T. Sammy is no slouch in his own right, is he? He's a similar driver to Not That Bad, isn't he? And Fizzy, where he's not qualifying, he's probably not his strongest suit, but in the race, my goodness me, he's a robot, isn't he? Similar to Fernando Alonso, really, isn't it? Fernando wasn't really exactly the best qualifier, was he? Especially in his Ferrari days, but especially 2012, where he was absolutely formidable, wasn't he? It's like in the horror movies, isn't it? Where the bloke who's trying to get you just gets closer and closer, doesn't he? He's not really moving fast, but they always seem to get you in the end. Harry has gone up to 8 fast mode. Snap is done! Snap is done! He is out of qualifying. Rumble sprint at the moment. It's coming out of turn 10 there, isn't it? So Snap there. What a shame then. So Snap, I'd say he's had a very good season. I think Sven there goes around again then. Currently in the drop zone then, I think we've lost Snap already, but we could potentially use 2 more drivers. The guys that are going to be sweating a bit, well, Roscoe has not even come out yet, but it's Sven who needs to have another go then. He's already visited the scenery already, hasn't he, Sven has? So hopefully he can get himself a good lap going in. Dave is on track as well at the moment, and also Fizzy is out there as well. He's done 5 laps on the soft compound tyres, and John Fisher said very happy with that lap. Stonker of a lap, it really is, isn't it? And gotta say, he's blown the opposition away there, hasn't he? Brilliant time there. No one else is even in the 32s. Jonathan's already gone straight into the 31, so no messing about there for Jonathan. He is retired from the session, and I think he's going to put his feet up now for the rest of the session. And now I wonder if he's going to read a bit of Autosport or something like that then, as we prepare for the final race of the season in Abu Dhabi, which I gotta say, it was a very sad time of year for me. I always get a little emotional at the end. Yeah, and of course we don't see the drivers then for it's only like 2 months now, isn't it? Because we're almost in December. Sven there is Sven's not going to be too concerned about the end of the season yet, is he? He's more concerned about here and now, isn't he? As he comes through turn 18 and look at how much he was drifting up wide there. Understeer on that Haas looks a bit unbearable there, and he's back in the pits then, and he doesn't like bollards much, does he? As he knocked that bollard straight away down to 80 kilometers an hour. He is in the pits. Here comes Dave in. Dave is on the back straight. We've got PB in the Alfa Romeo, who hasn't set a time yet either so far, so he's also in the pits as well. Dave there coming down the back straight, and DRS wide open. And Are You Racing, last two challenge for today. Oh, maybe Are You Racing wanted to put on a show for us, didn't he? Of course, Are You Racing, I gotta say, I think if Jonathan gets pole position today, then that means he will not be topped in terms of pole positions this season. He is on 4, no yet, he's on 6. So if he gets 7th today, then that is it. Ari Racing was the next man who's on 4. So if Jonathan gets 7th today, then he cannot be catched. Dave then coming through the final couple of corners now. He's in turn 20 then. Look at that lovely steering wheel movement there. DRS wide open, and he goes 5th fastest, Dave does, in the Red Bull. Good time indeed there for Dave. Matt is back on track now. He's on 2 tenths a second up. Harry is 6 tenths of a second down at the moment. The yellow flag is fluttering in 1. Let's see what's going on in 1. No, it's just been cleared away now, so that's good news. Just watching at Roscoe there, as you can see, then the sun very blinding. It was blinding yesterday, wasn't it, as well? It has become a bit overcast now, so this is going to help the drivers, especially in the final stages, down the back straight. You can see, look at the glare, and look at how much it undulates there on the back straight. It goes up and down. It's like a bit of a roller coaster, isn't it? 2 DRS zones around here, of course, 1 on the back straight, which Roscoe is demonstrating for us beautifully nicely. On the right hand side then, all the barbecues and RVs are out in force, aren't they, as the Americans are enjoying action from the Super League here tonight. And of course the other DRS zone is on the back straight as well, which Roscoe will be approaching in the next half a minute or so, as we're on board then with the Scotsman, as you can see, accelerating away there and coming into turn 18. Of course, this is this was profiled or mirrored after the incredible turn 8 in Istanbul. Of course, they was going at much faster speeds, weren't they, in Istanbul? Of course, that's one thing I do want in Formula 1 games, is classic tracks back. I'd love to have another crack at Istanbul, of course, in Turkey. Roscoe, I think, has enjoyed this track. A beautiful time there from Roscoe. He's done a 33.3 there, hasn't he, from the Red Bull driver. And he should be safe. Should be, don't quote me, on board with PB at the moment. He is not safe by any stretch of the imagination, with 2.5 minutes to go from the Alfa Romeo driver. His teammate Asdog is, we've only said it once, haven't we? And oh, PB there go a bit wide there. We've got yellow flags in 2. No, it's just the Red Bull driver getting out of the way there. So sticking with PB at the moment as he's coming in to the back straight then. And there is the Red Bull driver just in front of us. And now he is coming down the back straight. Yellow flags, don't worry, that's just Dave getting out the way then. Well out the way then for Dave then, as he cruised back into pits. Look at all the marbles offline there from that Dave was showing us there. Very nicely indeed, wasn't he? Goodness me. And there's marbles all over the show, isn't there? PB is in the final section now then, as you can see then. Of course, this corner is infamous for Vettel doing his best Dead or Alive impression, of course, with You Spin Me Right Round. Now coming into turn 17, now accelerating away. Oh, and PB there stamping on the throttle a bit too much there. Tail is getting very happy, isn't it? Flying into 18 there. Lovely stuff indeed then. Now into turn 19, of course, turn 19 was a bit of a hot spot, wasn't it, for Formula 1? In terms of track limits. Well, the IndyCar there didn't really care about track limits, did they? Oh boy, it was a bit silly really, they was taking the mic. PB there is going to have to go again because that time is invalid. Let's join Sven now. At the moment we've got Sven and PB who are on the cusp. Fizzy is also coming out on track now. He is also going to be sweating buckets, I have no doubt about, in the Renault. Both Renaults are well down the order at the moment. Snap unfortunately cannot reply as he is out of qualifying, as he's come a cropper somewhere. Now is that Sven there coming into the final couple of corners again now. Back on board then. I gotta say, yours, a couple of yours overtakes around here was, I gotta say, it was very opportunistic, wasn't it? It got me off my seat. Good, I really enjoyed the overtakes there. I think there was well too a public ride there, wasn't there? I'm not sure if one or two drivers would have been too happy with that, but getting your elbows out it's a bit of a brutal sport sometimes, isn't it? Sven there coming around the final corner now then, accelerating away then. Oh, that is lovely and neat for Sven, and he's thrown himself over the 12th there. The Haas driver, that's a good time indeed then. What about PB then? PB is on the back straight. He is almost out of Vers. That is a long way from home to be out of Vers, and he's only down the back straight. Of course, last night we saw, me and Dave touched on the Urs, didn't we, and how much of a hungry track this track can be on the Urs. Kind of course, there's not really many braking opportunities, is there? And now as PB is coming into turn 17 now then. That is it, the flag has dropped. Fizzy is 3/10 of a second up, and he is now going to start his time then. PB needs to get this time in because this is all or nothing now. Penny is on the cusp, but he's through at the moment then. Snap is out then, so we're looking to lose one more driver. Who is it going to be? Is it going to be Fizzy? Is it going to be PB? Is it going to be Penny? We're on board. PB is out of qualifying. That is it. We have lost Snap and PB. They are both done, and unfortunately they will not be in they will not be able to take part in Q2 then. So our 15 runners and riders then for Q2 are Fizzy, Penny, Hog, Sven, Harry, Brown, Matt, Sprint. God, tell you what, Sprint is very impressive, isn't he? 7th is Woody, Dave in 6th, Timmy 5th, 4th Roscoe, not that bad, 3rd, Asdog is 2nd, and Jonathan in a different time zone. He's in a different class at the moment, isn't he? The British Italian driver. So I think these guys have got to pull up their socks a bit and try and see if they can match Jonathan. My goodness me! But he's definitely on song at the moment. Jonathan is, isn't he? And of course, Ari racing the other championship contender. He needs a mega race, doesn't he? Coming up in a minute. Jonathan's just said, just reading his sport. Funnily enough, oh, he is. I gotta say, I don't read auto sports much anymore. As I think he's just going to complete his lap, and he has gone into a. Well, he's done a 35.8 there, so for Fizzy. So that is the end of qualifying, and yeah. So I got to say, oh, as Dave there is just mowing the grass there, as he is just as he's just gone off in the SSR, hasn't he? So unfortunately for Dave there, and he is hopefully he hasn't got a problem with the steering wheel there, because as he's well, that's the breast. Well, you can see, look at those Tech Pro powers there. And just shifting around there. So a bit of housekeeping there from Dave, as he just rolled it into the barrier there. I'm hoping that Dave hasn't got a problem with the steering wheel or his pedal or anything like that, because that looks very unusual. It does indeed. RU Race just said great lap there for Jonathan. I got to say, even though these are competitors, even though these guys are competitive, very competitive drivers indeed. My goodness me. Just watch some of the races from this season. So there's been a lot of elbows out, hasn't there? There's still good respect there, and of course, Are You Racing commending Jonathan's lap there right off the bat. There, Jonathan is, and he is really up for this one, isn't he? Oh, and of course the 1.4 seconds in front of second place as Dog. Don't worry though. Well, I think of the other drivers, I might be a little worried there, but of course, but we still have Q2 and Q3 to come there. It's track evolution, anything can happen. Traffic, even though this is quite a long track, it's 3.5 miles, isn't it? So, but they always end up on the same piece of tarmac, don't they? So they all fight for that one bit of tarmac, don't they? And they usually trip over each other. Anyone remembers Monza this year, then you see what I mean. They're very particular, aren't they, in the in how they want the cars to be sorted, and how they want to be and where they want to be on track as well. And whilst we're in Q2 then, as it's lap 1 and 3 at the moment, so we've got a bit of a sprint race going on. I think the idea of having sprint qualifying has just come into play a bit early. Now that's better. Anyway, whilst we're just waiting for the drivers to pick their strategy, you can see that there we've got a bit of yellow, we've got a bit of red there. Mixed strategies going on. Let's take a look at the championship, shall we? We went through the permutations earlier on, but let's just go into let's just have a quick full glance there at the championship standings, which is on board with the 3rd place man. Not that bad. It's got a 42-point lead as it stands at the moment. It is looking very good for Not That Bad, isn't it? And with Ari Racing, his closest rival, 42 points behind him, he's just moved up to 2nd, didn't he? With Ari Racing a good drive last week. But it's still a big old gap, isn't it? Jonathan on board now. He's 47 points back. Those are the only 3 left in the championship picture. Matt is 100 points behind, but I got to say, Matt in 4th position doing a great job. Asdog, I say Asdog has I think he's had a phenomenal season. Actually, there's been 1 or 2 races where he hasn't got his way. Get some consistency behind him, and he is definitely going to be in the frame for the championship picture next season. As is Matt. Roscoe as well. Roscoe and Asdog in the first couple of races were phenomenal, weren't they? Really showing some impressive speed. Unfortunately, has tailed off over the course of the season, but still. but still, I think they've done a really good job, haven't they, this season. Timmy in 7th position, making his debut this season. Timmy is, and I've got one full season next season as well. Throw him into it. Fizzy, as we've mentioned with his racecraft earlier on, in 8th position. He's jumped up in front of Steve, who is we got and that's actually perfectly led on to 9th place man in the championship. Steve at the moment, who's dropped down and he's 99 points behind. A big congratulations to Steve as he got engaged then on. Was it Saturday? I think it was Saturday, wasn't it? So congratulations to Steve, and of course we'll be looking forward to seeing him back in IRC hopefully next week, hopefully before the end of the season as well. Jonathan's about to start us up now, we'll go on board with him, but yeah, big congratulations to Steve. Well done, sir. Really good stuff, and great news there. We're on board there, and Jonathan going up into turn 1. Look at how high, look at that, it's incredible, isn't it? Now it drops down, and Woody has left the session. Hopefully he'll come back in a minute, because we want Woody back in. We want Woody to attack the track. His teammate is at the moment. Look at those S's there. I've got to say, we was on board Jacob last night. Obviously, Jacob is the fastest in the world around there, isn't he? That shows that just shows the pedigree of the Elite League. Very impressive stuff indeed. And Jonathan there, to be honest, it doesn't look as fast as Jacob, and he's unfortunately invalidated his time that Jonathan has. Hopefully he doesn't have the same problem that Jacob had, because Jacob has the speed, but he just couldn't get that whole lap strung together, could he? RU Racing has joined, so he's back in this. I didn't see him leave, to be honest, as Asdog is the next man on track, I believe. As you can see, look at the background, there's the Mercedes. We're just watching Asdog at the moment as he's coming down the back straight. Anyway, going back to the championship, yeah, Dave is in 10th position at the moment, 85 points. There's a bit of a big gap between Dave and Harry, of course. So there will be, I think that coming up in a couple of weeks, then it'll be the top 10 of Elite taking the top 10 of Super, if I'm not very much mistaken, and I really look forward to that. That's going to be fantastic, isn't it? That's going to be awesome stuff indeed. Remember, we've had some great events this year as well. The IRC Super Cup, both of them, of course, has been won by, not that bad, I got to say. His trophy cabinet is going to be huge by the end of the season, and if things go well, so we cannot count our chicken shack, can we? My goodness me, we're only in Q2, so I'm getting ahead of myself. Asdog is what's he doing? And he is invalidated his time, so he's going to have to go again. Fizzy is also on a lap, Hog on a lap, now not that bad. Is the first man to set a time, and he's done a 34.4 there. I don't think that's going to be good enough to get through. Timmy's done a 44.2 there, so he's 2/10 second in front of his teammate. Again, then these times are not exactly rapid, are they? You seen the Elite guys go on the soft tire last night, didn't they? So definitely. Oh, and a Hog there, getting very his tail was getting waggy there, wasn't it? And really stamping on the throttle there, wasn't it? Sprint is up into 3rd position. Was Fizzy throws into a 3.39 then on the soft compound tire. I think that these times are a bit slow at the moment. It says the one that will be very happy to even get a 35 around here. So yeah, I think that they might need some improvements there, but who am I to know? 37 there for Hog. Then again, I think that Hog is just going to have another go around there again, and I would say Harry is coming into the front side now. Look at the glare, look at the sun there. My goodness me, you're going to need some sunglasses. Might need to borrow Johnny Bravo's. Coming around the final corner now, Harry is about to start us up now. Asdog is on his lap as well. We got a yellow flag in 1 and 2, and hopefully, I'm hoping it's just people just getting out of the way. Let's stay with Sven, shall we? We're going to stay with Sven as he comes around the hairpin, and I've been in the complete wrong place. I generally thought he's on the final corner. Here comes Brown then. He's come through turn 18. Where he is? There he is! And he flies through turn 18. Car 58 in the Toro Rosso. And I got, of course, Brown is 18th in the championship. The season scored 14 points, and he is in the pits. And you can see, look at that. Oh, my goodness me. Almost clouting the wall there. That would have been good. Then that would have been his best DC impression, I think. Of course, Coulthard did go into the wall. Oh, Penny is gone. Penny is out of qualifying. It's in 2 and 3. And that is a big blow for Penny. That is a shame, isn't it? On board with Hog then, and I wonder where is he gone then? It's down the back straight by the looks in 2 and 3. So I'm not sure what's going on with Penny's car there. Yeah, I'm trying to work out where he would have come a cropper here. But yeah, that's a shame for Penny, because I got to say you need to have all to crash the car around here. Of course, I think the S's is probably the most difficult place where you probably will clout the wall, but Yeah, that's a shame there for Penny then. So Penny's not going to take part in qualifying. Lovely shot there. Woody is back in the session as well then. So hold on to your horses, everyone. Woody is back in now. Harry comes around the final quarter, and let's see what he does. Harry is done a 34 there for the on the medium compound tyre. I'm wondering if it's, I'm really interested to see what's going to go happen here, because I'm wondering if someone's going to throw on a set of soft tyres and really make some of the front runners work there. We could have a surprise or two, can't we, in this race, in this qualifying session? Well, we always have surprises, don't we? To be honest, it will be a surprise. Anyone that flies to drop out today, it will be a surprise. And unfortunately, we've already had our first surprise, and that is Penny, who is out of qualifying, which is a big blow, really, for Penny. It was, but hopefully he can recover and have a great race, because that is where the points are won and lost. Then Jonathan there is in the first sector there. He's just about to come through the first sector split then, and look at the car felt like it wanted to go off to the right there, didn't it? Snap has left the session. There's a couple of, I'm hoping it's just I hope it's just well, I hope it's not a couple of good session gremlins. I hope it's just someone just you know just having a break then, and getting themselves psyched up and ready to go then, as I almost threw my headset across the room there. And here comes Jonathan, and he's coming down the back straight then. Let's hope he keeps his headset and his helmet on, and he's down the back straight now then. What's this second sector going to be like? It's a 102 there. Good time there. So he is looking definitely on song today, isn't he? Jonathan is. He is now, here comes 25 and around turn 17, then into 18, and you can see his fuel lights flashing there. You can see, look at the ERS management there. He has turned the wick down to 3 then, as he is just trying to manage his deployment as much as he can then. Into turn 20 now. Let's see his time then. He comes around the final corner, and here we go. What is it? It's a 33 there for Jonathan. It is pole position. No, then it's fastest lap there for Jonathan, and he is 5 tenths of a second in front of Fizzy. My goodness me, good time there for Jonathan. But I would say I think these times are going to ramp up. So this is not the order that they're going to start in. This is what we're trying to do in Q2 is get the running order for to get the order for Q3 in terms of who's going to take part and what tyres are going to start on. This is also to order 11th down to 15th. Dave doesn't want to be in the 11th to 15th bracket, and he's not. He is in third position on a 34. A good time there on board then with Brown. We've got a yellow flag fluttering in one. I think it's just Dave getting off the throttle. T Sammy, of course, the newest member of the Super League, and I'm looking forward to seeing what Snap is back in the session as T Sammy there, who will be driving in Super next season, and I'm looking forward to seeing what that he is going to throw himself right in the mix of the championship battle, isn't he? And he says, hello guys, let's have a good race, good luck to everyone. Of course, T Sammy's also going to look forward to the fact that Super seems to have more rain, doesn't it, than the Elite guys. But I've got to say, when it does rain in the Elite, it does rain, doesn't it? Of course, that epic Belgian Grand Prix earlier on this season for a safety car because of the rain was so heavy. I gotta say, I still buzz about that. It's incredible. I feel like a bumblebee. Oh dear. Anyway, here comes the Brown then, as he's coming through the technical section of sector 3 then, and he's in the Toro Rosso. Look at this, and look at this steering angle he's putting on that Toro Rosso. Accelerating out now, going into turn 18, and you can see then as he's look at feathering the throttle, then half off. Now he's back on, stamp on the throttle. See it, 7th gear, dropping down to 4th gear. Oh, a lot of curb there, accelerating away then, and now he is in the far sector now. You can see, look at that, the deployment is all out there for Brown, but it comes across the line, and he is invalid. It's time he's going to have to go again, unfortunately. So in the drop zone is Penny, unfortunately ain't going to be able to respond. Woody, Asdog, Brown and Roscoe is all in the drop zone. Yellow flags here in sector 3. I think it's just the recovering Jonathan. It is Jonathan. Woody there is now starting his lap then. So Woody's going to be going a lot faster than Jonathan on this lap in terms of what Jonathan's doing at the moment, as he is just coming back into the pits then. And Woody there, look at this, and the car there, you can see the car is always sliding there, isn't it? But as long as you're going forward, that's the time you're making up. Here comes, now he's finished the SSN. I've got to say, when you get those right, it's a beautiful feeling, isn't it? Woody now is dropping down now into turn 11. And now then, he needs a good exit, doesn't he, here? And does he have an exit? Oh my goodness, look at the sun there, right in his eyes then. And now then, here we go then, down the back straight. We're going to have a lot of overtaking. My goodness, we had some epic battles down here last night, didn't we? I'm expecting more of the same this tonight as well. As now, what does Woody break then? Breaks then. down into, oh, it goes a bit wide there, doesn't he, Woody is, but he's still on it. He's still on the medium tyres. There's only 3 minutes and 45 seconds to go in this session. I'm wondering if some go, because you can see they've got a lot of soft tyre runners out there now, so this is really going to be interesting, isn't it? I wonder if it's going to make guys like Jonathan nervous. Fizzy is up there as well, and Dave is up there. Timmy is also on track as well. Timmy in 4th position at the moment. I wonder if they've jumped the gun a bit. Here comes Woody. He is completing his lap. Then he is completing his lap someone, I think it was Sven, has just gone up to 10th position. Woody comes across the line. He's got 8 fast. The same good time now from Woody. Brown is in 10th position. He was the one who's just gone across the line. Sven is 6 tenths of a second under. Sven is looking good, isn't he, in this race? And here is Sven then coming into turn 17 now. Then let's see what Sven can do. Jonathan is not happy with his lap, but he's still top of the timesheets at the moment. And look at Sven now drifting out wide then before he comes into turn 19. Then Matt is throwing himself up in the 2nd position. That good time there from Matt in the Toro Rosso. Is that going to be comfortable to go through? We'll find out in just a few seconds then. And now then, as he comes into, there's Sven there 6 tenths second up, but he's had a problem on that lap, unfortunately. So Matt there, let's just have a view of Matt, shall we? And he is tell you what, that's an impressive time there from Matt. He has put himself right in the mix, but 2 minutes to go. How is the track evolution going to be? Well, I'd say it's a very steep curve, isn't it, in terms of performance out there? So and Jonathan's actually said not a bad lap then, so Jonathan is quite happy with his time on the medium compound tyre. So we've got Asdog, who is out of the pits now, and he is down the back straight. We've also got Asdog out as well. Yellow flag in 1, and he's just exiting 1 now as well. So is that Roscoe is just about to get his time going in this qualifying session. So then, as we've just under 2 minutes to go now. So Sven Hogg, Penny, Sven Hogg, Asdog, and Roscoe are all going to be feeling a bit hot under the collar, aren't they? Penny, unfortunately, is out of qualifying. Shame, isn't it, for Penny for the McLaren drive? And Roscoe there is just basically getting the car lined up. And here we go then. On board with the Scotsman. Jonathan's retired from the session then, and he's safe through. Now we're on board with Roscoe. This is lap then. You can see then, look at it, turn the earth up to max then. There's a car come out right in front of him, and that is Harry in the McLaren. Is he going to get out of the way? Harry is. And Harry is, oh dear, this is looking a bit nasty here, as that has probably compromised Roscoe slightly there. And yeah, I feel that I'm wondering if but Roscoe is still on it. Let's see what his first sector time is. And he is now, the first sector time is at 25.0 there from Roscoe. And now then, as he comes over the brow of the hill, then of course Sebastian Vettel there had a bit of an issue there, didn't he, coming over there on the Ferrari? Kind of setting up the season, didn't it, really? Roscoe then is breaking down into turn 10, I think it is. And Timmy has just gone faster, and he's done a 32.9 there for Timmy has. So now it's going to be interesting. Is anyone going to be able to match that or beat that? Of course, a lot of people are going to be really interested. And unfortunately, we've lost Brown and Hogg, who are both out of qualifying. So that is a big blow there for both those drivers. Sven and Woody. Well, Woody's in the pits as well then. So this is going to be interesting, isn't it? So yeah, Woody might also be out of qualifying as well. And Sven is on 2 lap old soft compound tyres. Yellow flag in 2. Who is that? I think it's, I didn't see who it was. I think it was Sven recovering. Here's Roscoe. Roscoe then, he needs to get a good time in. Let's go. Well, he could potentially, can he go again? Well, he's got 12 seconds to get to the finish line. He should be okay. Here he comes then, through 19. Coming into 20 as well. There's the McLaren in the background of Harry. 4. Harry ain't going to make it, I don't think. And now then, it's Roscoe goes fastest still. And Harry, I don't think, made it, did he? So Roscoe goes to the top of the time. She's on a 32.8 there. Timmy on a 32.9 then. So those guys are still on the soft compound tyres. And who is in it to who's in it to win it still? Here's Asdog. Is it Asdog couldn't knock out Woody? It's Sven on the lap. There's on board Sven, and no, he's done as well. So Sven is done. It's between Woody and it's between Asdog. Who is going to be the final man into the top 10 shootout? Well, Asdog, if he does get in the top 10 shootout, must he's backed off there. Asdog has. So I'm not sure if there's a problem for Asdog. He's gone 13 fastest Asdog has. So yeah, that's well, Asdog would have had to adhere to a Q3 ban there, Asdog. So Asdog didn't make it to Q3. I think he would have comfortably done it there. So that's unfortunate for Asdog. He is out of qualifying. What about Sprint then? I got to say, Sprint is getting well, no pun intended. He is getting quicker and quicker, isn't he? Roscoe's retired from the session, but don't worry, he will make an appearance in the Q3. and sprint now. I gotta say, a protege of Vanquish, and really he is looking a very fine racing driver indeed, isn't he? And as you can see then, and I think he's just making sure that steering column is in the correct place, making sure it's all stiff and ready to go for Q3. So Sprint has made it into Q3 then, as he didn't want to start on the tyres he just qualified on. So we're now going to go into Q3, and going to be fairly it's going to be fairly interesting stuff, isn't it, really? Of course, then I would say that pole position is Jonathan's to lose at the moment, isn't it? But in that Q2 session, unfortunately we lost Penny, Hogg, Asdog, Brown and Sven are all out of qualifying. And in in terms of who's going to start on the tyres, Roscoe and Timmy soft tyres from Matt and Fizzy. So, and then the others, Jonathan, Dave, not that bad, Harry, Sprint and Woody, all on the medium compound tyre there. So that's interesting. We had a lot more soft tyres, didn't we, in the elite race last night. So Super guys are going a slightly different direction there. And now as we go into Q3, into Q3 then, so this is where the action is really going to heat up. I got to say a big thank you for all you joining us here tonight. Absolutely splendid stuff indeed. Of course, I like your predictions for pole position. I've got to say, it'd be a brave man to bet against Jonathan, especially after that frightfully good lap in Q1. My goodness me. Jonathan was wasting no time with that, was he? Straight in the 31s then. Of course, if Jonathan gets pole position today, that'll be a 7th pole of the season, which would mean that he would be unbeatable for poles this season, and he will be very happy to win that tyre. Well, they do it in the real football, don't they? I think you get like a tyre award, don't you, or something like that. Anyway, but here comes Jonathan, and now he's as eager as a beaver, isn't he, here? And he is out there straight away, and he is aiming for, as I said, his 7th pole position of the season. Of course, RU Racing there could have potentially have stole that accolade, couldn't he? Because if he got his 5th pole position today, it would have been, and got it in Brazil as well, it would have been a showdown, wouldn't it? To see who would have got the final, who got the top pole positions in Super, which really would have been interesting as well. Of course, and so that's a bit of a shame, isn't it? As RU Racing is going to have to start from the back of the grid. So yeah, I hope he's going to have to come through the back of the grid like a hot knife through butter, isn't he? As he is the closest challenger for not bad. But we'll keep you up to date with all the championship permutations as we go through the race. But this is all about being the quickest man on this track at this time, isn't it? And we have got 10 men out there: Harry, Fizzy, Woody, Jonathan, Dave, Matt, Timmy, Roscoe, Sprint, and Not That Bad. I've got to say, Not That Bad, but we said it earlier in qualifying, Not That Bad's Achilles heel is qualifying itself, isn't he? He's only had 2 pole positions this season, hasn't he? Not That Bad, but he has had 10 podiums in 15 starts, 8 wins, 5 fastest laps, and 3 DNFs, and those DNFs has come in the last couple of races back in Russia and Mexico. The only other DNF was back in Monaco, wasn't it? So that just shows how incredible his season's been, hasn't it? For Not That Bad, really impressive stats there, isn't it? Here's another man who's very impressive on the qualifying day, isn't he? Well, Toronto's racing qualifying is on the same day. It's a bit like Formula E, not Formula E. Jonathan Nairers are on board with him now. Then look at that steep climb going up into turn 1. Then, and then you see he drops right down into 3rd gear, 2nd gear, tickles the throttle nicely, stamps on it now, and look at the track there drops down. And look at this this beautiful piece of tarmac now. Look at the what's that, a quarter cut? Then we'll find out in just a few moments. Then as he is flicking down a couple of gears then, and I think that I don't think he's happy. Yeah, he has invalidated his time then. It's similar to Jacob, he has the speed, doesn't he? But can he just get it all hooked up on board with Timmy then? There's a red ball in front of us. No, it wasn't. I don't even know who is in front of Timmy there. I might need to go to the opticians, maybe Specsavers. Timmy then is coming up now, and he is dropping down then, and there is a car in front of us, but we're staying on board Timmy won't. I gotta say, I do like Timmy's helmet. It's a beautiful purple there, isn't it? Lovely stuff. Timmy now accelerating the way then in the Mercedes, and we're now coming down on the back straight then. In the Mercedes then, of course, his teammate Not That Bad, he has done very well. I've got to say, Timmy's done a very impressive job, hasn't he, this season? Timmy does have a pole position to his name, and that was in Canada. It was a very good time as well from Timmy. Brilliant stuff from the Mercedes driver. And I think Timmy's done a very good job in his first season. He's had 2 podiums, hasn't he? He's had a fast lap as well, and he's only had 1 DNF in 14 starts. The only other man that can match that is Double, Mr. Consistent Double, isn't he? In 17 starts, he's only had one DNF, and one DNF for Double. So it's a shame that Double's not on the grid tonight, is he? And we wish him all the best. And hopefully, and we wish him all the best, and we hope to see him in Brazil. Yellow flags are floating around. Timmy goes fast on the 33-3 at the moment for the Mercedes team, and Woody has matched that and beaten that as well on the 33-2 there for the Ferrari led of Woody. So Harry there is just coming into the final section now. Just in front of us is a Red Bull. Matt goes third fast on the 337 now. So Uko and Harry goes in the third fast as well, and he gets right of the way already. Fizzy is in the final section now as well. Then you can see yellow flags are fluttering. Turn 20 then from the Renault driver. Fizzy comes around the final turn, and he is in a 5th position. Well, Jonathan is back in the pits then. Dave is on the lap at the moment. Sprint is going down the back straight, and so is Not That Bad. We're on board with Not That Bad. Pole positions this season has been in Azerbaijan, and I'm sure he had one in Russia. He did have one in Russia, but unfortunately that didn't last very long, did it? But yeah, so Not That Bad then is well, he's on the in-lap at the moment, and so is Sprint as well. So Dave is out on track at the moment. Let's go on board then with Dave, shall we? As he accelerates away. Matt is just in front of us. Right, he's just getting out of the way. Matt is, I gotta say, the drivers are very gentlemanly tonight, aren't they? They won't be in a couple of minutes' time, that's for sure. They'll be fighting tooth and nail over the bit of tarmac they want. Dave coming down the back straight and looks at 8th gear, full throttle before dropping down into 2nd gear, just touching 55 miles an hour then, and accelerating away as we go into the technical part of the lap then. And then here he goes then, as we're back on board with him into turn 17 now then. A very unusual turn that is, isn't it? As we said earlier on the program, in the show, it was a very reminiscent of Bahrain now. Now you can see them full throttle, reminiscent of Turkey, but much slower speeds. As Dave very nicely done now. I thought he was going to cut the corner now. Dave did a very good job to adjust his steering angle. Beautiful stuff. This is the final corner. What is he doing? He is at a 33 flat there, and he's on pole position so far. He is the man to beat, David. Remember, he's his highlight of the season is that incredible win in Monaco today. This one might be well, I wouldn't say it'd be as close. I don't think it'd be close, because I got to say, winning in Monaco is phenomenal, isn't it? It's a very difficult achievement to match, isn't it? But pole position today would be amazing for Dave, wouldn't it? Really would indeed. To be honest, he's had a bit of a difficult season, Dave has, but of course next season I think that a lot of these drivers are focusing on next season, aren't they? And as we said already, the championship is wide open next season. As I've had an invitation from Matt. What have I had an invitation from Matt? I don't know. I hope I am, or maybe I've been given a gypsy's warning. I don't know. What have I said? It's Not That Bad then is coming into the technical sector now, and here he is, into 17, car 95, and wagging his tail, and here he goes then into turn 18, and this is 2 laps on these soft tires, so this is not going to be his peak performance, is it? 5 minutes to go. Dave is the target time. 33 flat there for Dave. Not That Bad is in the pits, so he is not interested in that time at all at the moment. Jonathan is gone out on track, and he's out early, so he's out of sync at the moment. And we'll see what as Penny has left the session. Then that's not good, is it? And hopefully we can get Penny back in just a few moments as well. As Nosey is, well, thanks Nosey. Jonathan there is coming into the technical part of the lap now then, and here he goes down in turn 17 then. I'm really looking forward to that, actually, in that corner in the race then, because I got to say, Yor did produce some incredible overtakes there, didn't he? It was a bit brutal, but I got to say, all's fair in love and war, isn't it? Jonathan is he's going to complete his lap then. Has he got time to come back round and have another go? On board, Jonathan. He might not need another go. That's an incredible time, almost a second in front of everyone else. Jonathan is on pole position then for the American Grand Prix, for the Grand Prix of Texas here in the Circuit of the Americas. Jonathan is on pole position, and my goodness me, you're going to have an almighty time to beat that. A 32 for Jonathan. I got to say, you can't go quicker though, can he? He's already done a 31 in the first qualifying section, but that is a lot of time to make up. Can Timmy make up? We're on board with the Mercedes drive now. Lovely shot of the nose there as we're on front of the car. Then you can see the elements of that front wing then very much more simplified than it was this time last season. It was more of a coat hanger last season, wasn't it? You could hang all sorts of clothes off there. Well, this season it's still a bit more simplified, but I would rather it just almost as simple as the F2 cars, which might take away a bit of the spectacle in terms of it being a technical formula, perhaps. I don't know, but to be honest, I do love racing, don't I? Of course, Formula E is very close, isn't it? But Formula E, though, is a slightly different kettle of fish, isn't it? Anyway, enough about that, in my opinions. No one wants to hear about that. They want to hear about Timmy's lap. We're on board with Timmy now, then. You can see we're waiting for the DRS to get a beep in the air. You've had that beep, Timmy has, and he is down the back straight now, then. And he is now looking for what is he looking for? What is he looking for? He's looking for the 50-meter board. He has absolutely nailed it. And here he goes. Look, oh, there's a bit of traffic there in the foreground there. That's a Ferrari. That's a Ferrari in the foreground there. Is that going to distract Timmy? No, it's not. Jonathan is right off the track there, mowing the grass as the yellow flag is for Jonathan. And he is on pole position. He is aiming for 6. He's going to get Super 6 tonight for Jonathan. But the question is, who has got anything left in the tank? Then we're going to find out very soon. Then Timmy coming around the final corner now. He is the first man to show his hand. DRS enabled. That's almost. Look at that. He's 3/10 of a second away from Jonathan there. That is a lot of time gain there from Timmy. Jonathan might be getting a bit sweaty now, getting a bit hard to the collar. Can he improve? Well, he's coming in the pits then. Jonathan is, or is he? Is he going to stay out? Oh, this is very interesting. Sprinters retire from the session, but he's had an amazing lap. He's up in the 4th position. Dave is going cross country at the moment, and Dave does have a chance to go around and do one more run. Not that bad then. Is on his run at the moment, and he can do another run. Oh, I think he got a bit tail happy there, coming over the crest of the hill, over the brow of the hill, hasn't he? And yellow flag in 1 and 2. I think it's just some of the recovery, some drivers recovering and going on the back straight. And DRS is enabled, and we're down the back straight now. Then his teammate is second on the grid. He needs a 32.0 then. Not that bad. Remember, as we said earlier on the show, his Achilles heel then, and look, there's his teammate in the background there. His Achilles heel is qualifying. But let's see what can he show us on. He's had 2 pole positions this season, hasn't he? One in Baku, very tough track, isn't it, to get a lap there at all. So well done, great time in there. And of course Russia as well, probably one of the worst places you could get pole position, really, wasn't it? I think this place is a lot better. Oh, and I think he's ignored the Verstopper, hasn't he, which was put there a couple of years ago. But let's see what he can do then. Is that going to invalidate his time? Well, he's carrying on, and this is the last corner. He's got 3/4 of a minute left. Can he go again? He is not pole position, but he is third. Not that bad. It's Timmy coming around the final corner then, and Timmy is about to. Oh, and Jonathan is retired from the session then, and Timmy is. Well, if he's going to go again, his ERS is all out, isn't it? Oh, that's a Ferrari. That's a Ferrari off. That's Woody. He has parked the car, and that is not good. Well, he hasn't parked the car. He's facing the wrong way. That's out of turn 1. That is from Woody. That's not good at all from the Ferrari driver. Here's Roscoe. Now, what is Roscoe going to show? Is he going to show his hand? Can he get into the 32s? Can he get into the low 32s? He needs to have a 32 exactly then from Roscoe. As we're on board with him now then, as he comes round turn 18. I think this is turn 18, and let's see what he can do then into turn 19. Then everyone is out on track apart from Sprint and Jonathan, and I think Woody is done as well, unfortunately, in the Ferrari. So Roscoe comes around the front turn, and he is third, 7th fast at the moment there from Roscoe. Woody there is just recovering. Harry is a 10th of a second down. Matt is just starting us up. So is Fizz. They're all in sector 1. Timmy is still going for it. Not that bad. It's a 10th of a second down, but he's still on it as well then. And Dave is up. Dave is up at the moment. So we're going to stay with not that bad. Here is not that bad then, in third position at the moment. Has he got enough? He was a 10th for a second down, but he's got a lot of verse left, hasn't he? He's done very good at managing, hasn't he? Not that bad is then. He has got 2 pole positions this season. Can he steal it from Jonathan? Or is Jonathan? Oh my goodness me! He's pushing as hard as he dares. This is the last corner. What does he do? It's not enough, I don't think. But he goes. look at that. He matched his other time and very close. And Timmy's a second down. I don't think this is going to be enough for Timmy. And he is second, but he's on the front row of the grid. Fantastic stuff indeed. Dave is 2 tenths of a second up. He could potentially not that bad out of third position. He comes for the final quarter. He has. He's up in the third position. Good stuff there. Woody is just coming around the final quarter as well. And who is that? Harry's moved up in the fifth position in the McLaren. Fizzy's up 6. Good time there for Fizzy. And what about Matt? Matt coming around the final quarter. He's 4th fastest. And Jonathan is on pole position for the Circuit of the Americas here in Austin, Texas. Jonathan, 6th pole position of the season. 7th pole position of the season. My goodness me. And a very good time there from Jonathan. His 7th pole position this season. And that is it. He is the pole king for Super for this season. Brilliant stuff there from Jonathan then. But look at Timmy alongside him on row 1. That's a great row, isn't it? Well done, Timmy. Then, of course, Timmy's on pole position earlier on the season, and again there, and doing a good job there. Timmy in second position. Can he do well in the race? And that's the question. We got third position there for Dave, and Dave a good time. Dave has had a really good time in third position, and John just said lucky 7. Indeed, it is, and that means he has clinched the pole position record for this season. So well done to Jonathan. Super 7, not Super 6. And there is a final confirmation with the gaps in. I got to say, that lap, he had a quicker lap in Q1, didn't he? So, but it doesn't matter. It's still good enough for pole position, isn't it? A 1:32.0 there. 2 tenths of a second back was Timmy. Timmy there, potentially, I wonder if he left it a little, come out a bit too early. I wondered if he could have gained an extra couple of tenths there. Dave in third position. Great to see Dave back at the sharp end, and Matt in fourth position as well. This could be a look into the future tonight with of course the top 3 going into Elite next season. Talking of Elite next season, not that bad. 5th position, Harry 6th, Fizzy 7th, Sprint in 8th position, 9th is Woody, and at 10th position is as hang on a minute. I've had another. I'll ignore that until I get until I give the until I get the go ahead. I just had another invite. That's all. So I'm hoping I'm still in the correct session. I don't even know where I am at the moment. I think I'm. All I know is I'm somewhere on the outskirts of Gloucester somewhere, and Nosy thinks I've forgotten 10th. To be fair, I got distracted because I'm not sure if I'm in the correct session or not. Then, as we're getting ready for the race itself, I think I'm in the correct session. I don't know what I'm talking about, And he's also called a bane fart. As Batman's biggest nemesis. And now then, here we go then, as a brain fart. We got 18 cars around you. Are you racing? Is in the slightly, is in the black and gold car. He's got a bit of the home advantage, hasn't he? Here in America. Oh my goodness me! I'm not even sure what was going on there, but Dave and Jonathan have come together, and Dave is infamous for his very slow formation laps. But my goodness me, he just punched Jonathan right off the track. Then, anyway, let's go for the grid, shall we? As you can see, well, today we have got whoa. I'm not even sure what's going on. Matt's flown off the track as well. As the formation lap has got all to pants, and I'm not even sure what's going on then. As anyway, let's go through. We'll go through this grid, shall we? On pole position is Jonathan there. He is that is his lucky number 7, as he said, and he's on the medium tires. Alongside him is Timmy. That is second position for Timmy. We got Dave in third position with Matt in 4th. Not that bad. It's 5th at the moment. If he finishes 5th tonight, I don't think that's enough, is it? It's not enough against Are You Racing. It's not enough against Are You Racing if he finishes where he starts tonight. Then Harry in 6th position, Fizzy 7th, Sprinters 8th, Woody is in 9th position, and we got all sorts of people. We got everyone on the grid then. Sprint in 9th position, Woody is in 10th, Roscoe 11th, with Sven in 12th position. Brown is in 13th, 14th position is Ansdog, 15th is Hogg. Lovely shot of the SSR, I love that. 16th position is Penny, who is, I'm hoping he's not on the pits. 16th position is at PB. Snap is in 17th position. And 18th position is Are You Racing, and who, to be honest, he was racing on the formation lap, wasn't he? Now then, as we're getting onto it, as Double has said, good luck everyone. It's a shame we're not seeing Double in this course. He is always ever present in IRC races. It's really weird not to see Double in a race, isn't it? It doesn't feel right. So yeah, we're hoping to see Double back in the next race in Brazil. So Double, which is watching, Alex is, and it's great to have him in the comments, to be honest. So hopefully Double could offer his expert opinion about what's going on and help me out. Of course, Double is a man with strategy, and he does do well with his setups, doesn't he? Of course, another man who was very good with his setups was Nicky Lauda, of course. Snap there, just coming through the final turn now, and we'll be getting racing in just a few moments then. And then we're now going to get racing, and Snap there is coming through then. We got 19 cars on the circuit. Here we go. 18 cars on the circuit. I'm all flustered. Here we go then. 28 laps then around here. Look at that. Those are the lights. 5. When we go up, we'll be racing in America, and it is go. And it's already racing's already at one position already, and also look at this, Timmy has taken the lead. And look, Timmy is leading. Jonathan is down to second position, and Dave is going. Oh my goodness, Dave is going contact. Matt is out of the race. Matt is out straight away. Then Dave went wide. Then went on the power. Not that bad as up in the third position. Then it's come through the S. Look at them all. Look at this. It's incredible. Oh my goodness me. There is an Alfa Romeo trying to mount a Toro also there. Oh, there's a Ferrari. That's a Ferrari off the track, and it's Woody. Oh no, and there's all sorts of anarchy. Penny is just chilling in the pits, and so he's not in the race either, and we've lost Sprint, Woody and Matt all out of this race. Jonathan has taken the lead then as he comes down into turn 11, and then wow, what an incredible start. And Fizzy's up in the fourth position. Fantastic start. Not that bad. Fourth position's finisher. There's a lot of cars that sprint left for session as they come down the back straight, and Davis dropped down a couple positions. He's got damage to his car then, and it's all gone on, hasn't it? And we're on board then with Davis. He's just behind Roscoe at the moment. We've also got a Haas going. Is that RU? That's RU Racing. An incredible start out from RU Racing. He needs to take the championship fight too. And Asdog there almost go. I thought he's going to go to the side there. Good drive now from Asdog. He is having a run, but Davis not giving up there. Davis Racing is stuck through, and oh my goodness me, there's contact, there's debris, and this is not going at all. And a terrible first lap there for Dave, and he is dropping down now. He's got damage to the car then, and he's gone wide. Then PB is up in another position. Fantastic. Asdog has got damage, and PB I thought he was going to have a look then. That one completed. Look at the gap there. It's 7/10 of a second at the moment. There's move between himself and Jonathan at the moment. Fizzy up in the third position. Fantastic stuff. Brown is, oh, Dave is in the wall. He's in the wall there, going into the pits, and he has done his impression of Coulthard there. He has gone into the wall, and Harry's also in the pits as well, as Penny is still in the pits as well, so I don't know what's going on with Penny. Jonathan leads. Second position is Timmy. Fizzy in third. Not that bad. Fourth. Sven is in fifth position at the moment. Oh, Sven in fifth position. Fantastic stuff. He's up 6 positions. Up 11 positions. Are you racing? He is really racing tonight. Absolutely incredible stuff. Very good stuff indeed. They're not that bad. He's got a 3-second penalty already. Remember, penalties were a big talking point last night. Asdog, he's got damage there, so he is he's gonna have real troubles there with understeer, isn't he? And you can see, look at all those green arrows then. Up 11 positions. Are you racing? He's had a fantastic start, hasn't he? Jonathan is leading at the moment. As it stands at the moment, then not Jonathan. Not that bad. His finishing is in 4th position, so Jonathan needs to finish at least 7th, and Are you must finish 10th. And Fizzy is dropping down then, as not that bad. Size up the inside is up into 3rd position then, as he got to remember he's a much better racer than he is qualifier. If he wins today, RU must finish 2nd. So that's the permutation, and Jonathan will be out of the championship. That's as it stands. So not that bad then. It's up in the 4th position, it's up in the 3rd position then. Fizzy though is hot on his heels per se then in the Renault then. So Fizzy going up 3 positions. Up 6 positions is Sven, and Sven right in the heart of the points then. Good stuff. RU Racing is up 11 position. A fantastic start. Really flew off the grid. Jonathan has set the fast lap of the race. Of course, to get an extra point for fast lap, don't you, this season? And of course, that's one of the new dynamics, isn't it, to this race? Asdog is in the pits then. So Asdog is in the pits then. And now then so he's coming to the pits, and he's going to have to change his front wing then. So we got Dave, Harry and Asdog all have come in so early on then, so this is going to be interesting. Then Asdog's going on the soft compound tire, so he's going to be electric, isn't he? Jonathan's now got a 2-second lead over Timmy, who is second. Third position is not that bad then. As it stands, not that bad. Will not be champion today. And look at that mighty scrap behind this. Roscoe and RU Racing then, and Sven all battling out to RU Racing, making his first appearance for Haas. And what a place to do it. Oh my goodness me. He is wrestling that car, isn't he? It's a bit like a rodeo. And here goes Roscoe on the outside of Sven. And and RU Racing is sticking his nose as well. And look, Roscoe's on the outside. And Sven is forced to wide. And look at this. It's free brass going down the back straight then. Then RU Racing is taking both of them. Fantastic maneuver there from RU Racing. He is now up into a 5th position. Sven has dropped down 2 positions then. And now it's Roscoe going to have a look then. He is he's just keeping on the tail of RU Racing. But RU Racing up in the 5th position. My goodness me. In 3 laps from 18th to 5th. Incredible stuff in a blink of an eye. Amazing stuff there from RU Racing then. Wow, well he does. Well, I think he's enjoyed himself today, hasn't he? He's got nothing to lose, has he? Really, in terms of the fight there, it's not that bad to lose, I feel, isn't it? But he is now. It's not that bad. It's going to be up into 2nd position then, as it stands. I think as it stands in terms of championship permutations, I think if he does get 2nd, I don't think it'd be enough for him to win the title per se. As we come through then to RU Racing comes through to complete a lap 3 then. Sven is now in 7th position at the moment. We've also got Brown and PB. And now Brown's all over the back of PB. Brown is going to go alongside. He's alongside PB. He's going to go up the inside. He is at the inside track position. And you can see turn 1 is a very much is a big old. There's a lot of space at turn 1. Isn't there? Snap there. Oh, almost going to the back of Hog again. 3-second penalty for RU Racing then. So that's going to. That's not going to be good there for you racing, is it? Not Baswell's got 3-second penalty as well. Jonathan is just walking away from in this racing mode. But remember, there is also a medium compound runner in terms of not that bad then. So I must say though, it's incredible start so far. Sprint just said, not more race. I hate this track. Well, unfortunately, Sprint was out as him and Woody come together, didn't they? There was a big old smash there, a big old smash indeed. It definitely woke me up, and that's definitely woke the Mercedes boys have swapped positions, and Not That Bad is up into 2nd position then. Incredible driving from Not That Bad. Yellow flag in 1 because Dave is gone. Dave is gone. He's out of the race then, and we're down to 13 cars in this race, and Brown is also. Has he had a problem then? Just taking a look, he's lost an end plate. He has lost an end plate. He's lost the left end plate, I think, on that Toro Rosso. So Brown has had an adventure somewhere, and that's not good at all. Snap is now back all over the back of Hog as well then. Not that bad. It's 3.5 seconds away from Jonathan as it stands then, and Dave has left the session then, so it's a bit of goal there for Dave. We have lost Dave, Sprint, Woody, Matt and Penny, who didn't take the start there, which is unfortunate. Really unfortunate from Dave's point of view. I keep getting random oh, it's not there, almost sliding into water. I keep getting random invites, which is really I'm not sure if I'm not sure if it's right or not. I don't know. Timmy is still all on the back of his teammate there, and oh my goodness me, I gotta say that it looks like he's steering with the rear axle there. Timmy is. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of sliding going on. RU Racing's now all over the back of Fizzy as well. Fizzy in 4th position. He's been an outstanding driver this season, hasn't he? Both these two have actually oh my goodness me, he's going to go on the inside, is he? He is on the inside. Fizzy's going to leave him space. He has left him space there from the Renault driver. Sensible driving from both those guys. But Fizzy might later on in this, he might think that that's not his fight, but I don't think Fizzy's going to give up yet, because no, he isn't giving up yet. And as RU Racing now starts to pull away, of course, at DRS because of the detection point. Fizzy was in front at the moment. Great to have you all along with us as well. It's great to have a big audience. I'm getting a bit nervous as now with Fizzy. Oh, yellow flag in 1 and 2. Let's see what's going on in 1 and 2. It's Harry in the McLaren. It's on the venture but he is, in terms of the car, it is still all pointing in the right direction, more or less. Fizzy and RU Racing are still battling away, but RU Racing, an incredible sequence, incredible start really, from 18th on the grid. Well, Penny didn't take the start, but he did start 18th, up into 4th position after 6 laps. Incredible stuff. It really is. There's Snap is now in front of Hog. Hog has dropped down to 11th position. Snap on the hard tires. Snap is going to be definitely. Look at the background there. That was a Ferrari and a Mercedes. That was the front too. Snap is definitely going to be. It's definitely going to be a man to watch later on in the race, isn't he? Asdog's got a 3-second penalty. Asdog also just recovering as well. Then so it's starting to spread out now here in of course Circuit of the America at the moment. As it stands then, I don't think, not that bad will not win the championship at the moment. Then he needs a 7-point difference then between, well, no he doesn't, yeah, I'll do the maths later on. Anyway, but at the moment then, as Hoggy's got a 3-second penalty as well. So as Jonathan there, look at that, there is a 3.4 second gap between himself and Not That Bad, who is second. Timmy is in third position, but he's being hunted down there by iRacing. 3 men who's going to elite. Basically, have had an incredible start, and I feel that they're going to start to pull away in a not too distant future here in Circuit of the Americas. And as you can see, they've got a helicam shot here. A lovely helicam shot indeed, isn't it? As you can see, going into the technical part there, iRacing is now all over the back of then of Timmy. As it stands, and you can see you can tell the top 3 in the championship going into elite, can't you? Because they are super, aren't they? Really, indeed. Well, no, they ain't super. They're elite. Those guys are, as they come through to complete lap 6, and then iRacing taking all the track and then some. Then, but Liberty's there with the track there. iRacing there. But look at this. Look at how much he's gaining on him. He's gaining. He's going on the inside. He takes third position and he passes Timmy. Timmy's going to have a go back on the inside, isn't he? Remember, iRacing's on the soft compound tire, isn't he? The guys in front of him are on medium at the moment, and Timmy there is dropped down into 4th position. Let's go on board with Timmy then. And iRacing there is done it. He is up in the 3rd position. And how much speed is he going to be able to cause any issues with the guys in the front? Well, he's on different strategies, isn't it? So it's going to be interesting, isn't it? It's going to be an interesting watch then. So then, so in terms of the championship permutations, this will not, as it stands, then this will not be won today. It will go on to Brazil in 1 week's time. Then, of course, now that race, remember 2012 race in Brazil? My goodness me, it was all up in the air, wasn't it? As Timmy there is just dropping back slightly now. Then, so we are on lap 7. Let's take a quick look at the race order, shall we? And of course, that is Jonathan, who is lead by 3 seconds. The gap has come down by 4/10 of seconds since our last look. 2nd position is Not That Bad. 3rd is Are You Racing? Timmy, who is closely matching Are You Racing, is in 4th position. This man might be a star of the show next season. Definitely, he is. Remember, this is his 1st season, isn't it? And I think he's done very well for himself. Fizzy in 5th position. Another man that is definitely on the up, isn't he? And he's really starting to enjoy these cars. He is 5th at the moment. He's had a good qualifying and he's having a good race so far as well. Not bad. Set the fast out of the race. He's really turned up the wick, hasn't he? Oh my goodness, he has indeed. And if he wins today, that means that Are You Racing must finish 2nd then. So that is definitely gonna be interesting, isn't it? Fizzy in 5th position. Roscoe's in 6th position. He's only a 2nd back. Jonathan's got a 3-second penalty. It's all to play for now. They're all basically, as it were. Roscoe in 6th position. 7th position is Fenn at the moment on in the Haas. We've got Brown, who's in 8th position. PB is in 9th position. Snap's in 10th. Snap's on the hard compound tyre, so keeping on Snap then. Just outside the punch, you got Hog in 11th position. Roscoe's got a 3-second penalty. 12th position is Asdog. Asdog is the man on the move. I think he is the man on the move in the Alfa Romeo. And Harry is in 30th position, and he is on the hard tyre. Retirements, we've lost Dave, unfortunately. We've lost Sprint, Woody and Matt all out of the race, and Penny didn't make the start, unfortunately, as it was cruelly taken away from him before he even got up there, which is a real shame there for Penny, isn't it? And it really was, and he was a potential runner to get into Q3 as well, wasn't he? Before it all went awry. Not That Bad. It's dropped back to 3 seconds behind Jonathan at the moment. So this is going to be interesting, isn't it? Not That Bad. Then he would love to win the championship today, wouldn't he? He'd have it all wrapped up and have a good time. Anyway, Hog is not going to have a good time because Asdog breezes by him. He is up into 11th position. Then Hog is dropped down to 12th position. They're going very, very wide there. When he's on the medium tire, Asdog is on the soft tire, so he's going to have more of a sprint. He's definitely have more of a sprint period of this race. And Snap is just in front of us. Snap is now only 9/10 of a second away from PB, who is doing a good job in 9th position, isn't he, in the Alfa Romeo? So good, lovely stuff there from PB. Fizzy is in the pits, so he's the first one to blink on the soft tire, so he is coming to the pits then, and he's going to get some fresh rubber. Also in the pits is PB then, so PB then is coming in the pits as well. Hard tires for Fizzy, and So hard for Fizzy then. Let's see where's he coming out. He's going to come out of the pits now. Snap is going to be there. Where is Fizzy? Fizzy is still coming out of the pits. He is out of the pits now. He's going to come out just behind Asdog, is he? No, he ain't. He's going to be side by side with Asdog. Where is Asdog? No, we've got yellow flags in free because Harry's off the track then. And Fizzy is a drop behind Asdog because Asdog has moved up into 9th position. 10th position is Fizzy then. So Fizzy is on soft tyres, but this is going to... He doesn't want to take too much life out of those. Well, he doesn't want to be held up too much here, does he? Because remember, he was he was definitely in striking distance of Timmy, wasn't he? As not that bad. Has had a horrible lap, hasn't he? A very horrible lap out there somewhere. Yellow flag in 1 and 2. What's going on? And what's PB? PB is off the track. He's on the hard tire. I wonder if the tires are just starting to get the temperature there. And he has had an adventure somewhere. Oh, look at this! And we got a bit of a queue behind Snap. Now, of course, Snap is on the hard tire, isn't he? Asdog there, and here comes Snap. And Asdog's got over the inside. He is up the inside. He takes Snap, and he is through up into 9th position. Then, sorry, 8th position. I don't know why. I'm a position behind everyone. So RU Racing has dropped back as well. He's 6 seconds behind. Well, almost 7 seconds behind. Not that bad now. As the soft tires are really losing their edge now. And I wonder RU Racing might go. I wonder if he's going to go on the medium tires. Into the pits comes Roscoe. So Roscoe's in the pits as well. So he is coming in the pits. So he is but matching what Fizzy is doing. Of course, a lap later, so now the two Renault boys are going to come together as well. Oh, as now Sven is up to 5th position. Up to 6th is Brown then. Roscoe, where is he coming on the pit then? He is still in the pit lane now. So then as the two Renaults are going to go side by side then, and there's Roscoe coming on the pits now. He's still limited by the speed limit. Now he's out. Now he's ready to go. And Fizzy is up into 8th position then. Roscoe is in 10th position, and I almost lost my headset. And so then, so Fizzy is now moved in front of his teammate Snap, and he is in 8th position then. So I wonder then, he hasn't lost too much time there, Fizzy hasn't, but yeah, I think in terms of the question is, are they going to get in front of Timmy? Because how powerful is the undercut around here? And I wonder if Asdog is going to hold up Fizzy as well, because Asdog is probably almost at the limit of those hard tyres. Roscoe is now catching on Snap as well in the battle for 9th position, as he is really gaining on that Renault, isn't he? Look at the background, there's Hog as well on the medium tyre. Similar Hog is on the exact same strategy as the two in front of Jonathan, and not that bad. Sven and Brown there are going side by side. Sven is going on the inside. Brown has got damage, and he is doing a fantastic job in the Toro Rosso. He's flying the flag for the Toro Rosso team now, with retirement to Matt. Unfortunately, he didn't even get off. He got by the first corner, didn't he, before all went awry there. It's very, very disappointed race there for a lot of drivers today, wasn't it? Brown doing a good job then. He is up into 5th position with wing damage as well, so look out for a pit lane drama for both RE Racing and Timmy. They're both in the pits now, and the question is then, are they going to get in front of Fizzy? That is going to be the $1 million question. Snap has gone wide there coming out of turn 18, but he's sticking on the track. He's still in front of Roscoe, isn't he? So they come around the final couple of corners. Where is that Timmy? Timmy is coming out of the pits now. RE Racing is out of the pits. He's going to be in front of Brown. Where is Brown? Brown is there. He is. So Brown is still behind him. Sven is out of the pits as well, and Timmy's no, Sven hasn't come to the pits. Oh my goodness, where did that come from? That Mercedes then, and well, that was quite a wild lunch. He's damaged the car. Timmy has damaged the car, and that is going to cause almighty understeer. Snap and Roscoe also battling as well then in the S's. Incredible stuff. Timmy has damaged the car, then that is going to be a big blow. He's going to have a lot. Oh, is that Snap now just getting out of the way then? And that is not his race then. Fizzy is now all over the back then. Yellow flag in 1 and 2. Yellow flag, and that's the Hog. Hog has got off the track there. That's not good there for Hog. Timmy is now all over the back of Asdog, and Fizzy is all over the back of Timmy. Timmy has damaged the car. He has got problems with the end plate. Sven, and now then Timmy there, he's got so much more purchase and he's so much more traction. Brown and Sven are now might have another, he's going to have another old battle as well. We're keeping on that, because now this is the battle down the back straight. Timmy is up into 6th position, and he has passed Asdog, and he is in 6th. He's on the medium tire. Not that bad is Roll the Dice. He's coming in first then. So of course he's got Jonathan had a 4.4 second lead then. So yeah, I feel that I think that in terms of I think that in terms of Jonathan just recovering, that shouldn't be too much of a problem, I don't think. IRC Racing's got a 3-second penalty. IRC Racing is in third position at the moment. He's 4 seconds in front of Brown. He's 27 seconds behind. Not the bad. Comes out of the pits now. He's on the hard tire, and that's a simple one stopper to the end of the race. Asdog there. Is he coming in the pits? He is coming in the pits, and that releases Fizzica. Has he got the pace to keep after Timmy? Timmy does have damage, but this is going to be interesting as well. Roscoe's also behind as well. This could be a race-long battle. So that is not good news for Timmy, though, is it? I think he damaged it when he came from an awful long way back, didn't he? Snap is in a 7th position, good stuff there. Brown is getting his wing changed, so this is going to be this appalling start. And look, Asdog is out in front as well, and there's also Sven there coming out as well. So Brown there, wing change has really cost him there. Hog is staying out, so Hog is staying out. Where is Hog? Where is he? There he is. He's on the outside then. So Hog is staying out. Remember, his tires are already up to temperature. Sven's tires has to get up to temperature then. So Hog needs to strike whilst the iron is hot for him and not so hot for Sven. As oh, you see, look at that understeer. Look at that. Oh, that Hog there is off the track there. He's got a 3-second penalty there. It's kind of brutal, is the track limits is around here. Fizzy is now under a 10th of a second. So is Roscoe. Oh, well, is that damage on the Red Bull? There's Timmy. Let's just take a look. I think that is damage, isn't it, from Roscoe? Dave has joined the session, so Dave is back in the session then, and so good. That's good news. Is so as Fizzy. Oh, and Timmy's gone wild wide. Then Timmy has gone awfully wide, and now is Fizzy is now Timmy's got a 3-second penalty, similar to Nosey, but he's really struggling. As Roscoe's gone wide, and then Timmy there is still. He's still there or thereabouts, isn't he? But he's really struggling, isn't he? And pressure. Jonathan has responded to not that bad. I think that the gap was too great when it comes to the pits, but we'll find out. Jonathan's coming out of the pits now. IRC Racing set the fast lap. He's on the medium tires, IRC Racing, so he's on an alternative strategy at this moment in time then. And Timmy is coming back in the pits, and the understeerage, he can't live with it, can he, Timmy? That is a big blow. Jonathan's got a penalty. That is really not gonna affect him majorly. The gap is down to 0.2 of a second in terms of these penalties. Snap. So Timmy is now swapping tires. He's on the medium compound tire then. Is that going to get to the end of the race? I don't think that is. Remember, well, to be honest, we did have some mighty, monstrous stints last night. And look, Hog is under almighty pressure from Asdog. Asdog pulls out. He gets 8th position in front of Hog. Hog is dropped down to 9th position. Timmy is out at the points. What a shame for the front row starter. It's all gone to pot there for Tim here today. What a shame indeed then. Hog then is... Hog is now 8 tenths of a second, and he's dropping back at the moment then. We're on board there with Hog. Brown is just behind Hog. Hog is still done 12 laps on those tires. He's doing a monstrous stint, isn't he, Hog is? I wonder what, at the moment though, he's in no man's land, isn't he, in terms of strategy? You cannot throw in another set of medium tires, can you? Of course, that doesn't satisfy the rules. You must go into the soft or the hard compound tire. I think he's got an awful long way to go if he wants to go into the soft tires. And the soft tires, I think the limit is about 9 laps, isn't it? I would suggest probably coming to hard tires in the next couple of laps or two, but don't listen to me. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Oh wow, Brown is flying up the long time. He is through and up into 9th position. He passes Hog. Hog is dropped down to 10th position. I think this is hurting Hog. He needs to get in the pits ASAP, I would say. So Hog, I feel, is losing time hand over fist there. He's still in the points, but Timmy is behind him as well. He's on medium tires, but I think Timmy might need to stop again from there as well. Well, possibly. Well, he's got to do 14 odd laps on those medium tires. Hog has done done 12 laps so far, but you can see he's really struggling, isn't he? In this Grand Prix, this Circuit of the Americas. We're on board Timmy Allen, and he is the man out of place as it stands. Not that bad. It's got a 3-second penalty as well, so it's status quo back at the front then. So the gap then is back at a 3.3 seconds. What I mean by that is because Jonathan had one more penalty, then not that bad. It's technically only 5 tenths of a second back, wasn't he? But now then there's back up to status quo. IRC Racing's only 6 seconds back, but of course he's on the medium tire, isn't he? I wonder if he's going to go to the end on that as well. I feel it's going to be a mighty ask, isn't it? On board with Timmy then. It's all gone a bit wrong for Timmy since his qualifying. He had a great qualifying performance, but unfortunately damaged his wing, didn't he, when he was coming out of the pits, and because of that it's really cost him. Asdog is flying, isn't he? He's coming back through the field nicely. He is now behind that Sven just had a penalty as well. Then on board with Asdog, as you can see, he's in striking distance now, isn't he, of the Haas driver as we accelerate away. Then of course Sven's got a new teammate for this weekend only, and that's IRC Racing then, as he has been loaned out then to the Haas team. He's usually driving the Pink Panther. Today he is driving the Haas Is Asdog going to have a lunge? He is going to have a lunge. Sven left the space. Asdog is through and up into 7th position there. Is Sven going to come back at him then? He's going to try and go on the outside, but it's very difficult to do that. And what about this infamous turn 17? Sven, oh my goodness me! He misses breaking points. Sven did there, but he did very well not to draw into the back of Asdog. So good reactions there from Sven there. Well, that definitely woke him up, didn't it? But yeah, he's lost a lot of momentum now. Asdog is down without DRS though. Timmy's going to go on the outside. He's going on the outside. He is going to go on the outside into the 18. Not quite. That would have been a mighty. Oh, he's going to have a. He's going to have a move there into turn 19. Then Hog is really struggling, isn't he? I think Hog is trying to get to a decent lap there. And Snapper's in the pit end. Hog has got a 3-second penalty. Snapper's in the pit end. He's going to. What tire's going to throw on? Snapper's on the medium combat tires. Timmy is up into 9th position and he passes Hog and moves up into 9th then. Hog, I think, is trying to go onto some soft tires at the end then, so he's going to be lightning quick, isn't he, Hog is? So keep an eye out for Hog. The gap back at the front is at 3 seconds then. It's yo-yoing around, isn't it, between Jonathan? Not that bad then. So at the moment though, Jonathan does have the advantage over Not That Bad currently. As it stands, the championship will go on to Brazil in a week's time then. So Not That Bad, the permutations was that if Not That Bad won, Are You Racing had to finish second. Otherwise that means Not That Bad clinched the title today. Otherwise, if so and so on and so forth. At the moment, because Not That Bad is second, Are You Racing must because he's second. Are You Racing must finish 7th, and Jonathan must finish 3rd then. So at the moment, they're both satisfying that because Are You Racing is 3rd and Jonathan is leading the race then. So the championship will go on to Brazil as it stands at the moment, which is great news, isn't it? From us then, because Are You Racing had a bit of a nightmare last time out, didn't he, in Mexico? But here today, the top 3 guys who are going to Elite on song, aren't they? Just taking a look at Hog here, because in the background there is a man that is about to start to snap at his heels. Oh, and Hog there really cannot get on the power, can he? It's getting very that Paint Panther is getting very tail happy there, isn't he? Every time he comes out of the corners, it gets very his tail starts to wag, doesn't it? Now as they come into the final corner, then Hog then is really struggling. He can't wait to put on a set of new boots then. So just going from that, we'll go from stop up into 10th position. 11th position is Hog then, so Hog drops down into 11th position then, as Murphy has just thrown his opinion in the into the ring, so to speak, and he thinks that Are You Racing is going to win. Well, that's an interesting development, isn't it? Well, he is on the medium combat tire, isn't he? Are You Racing? He is 6 seconds back from Not That Bad, 3.7 seconds back from Jonathan. Yeah, from Jonathan. I can remember his name. Then goodness me, it's even up on the screen now. It's almost Friday. It's almost the weekend. Oh, I need to lie down. Alright, back on board then with the Scotsman. Here's Roscoe. He is going against Physico then. This is the battle for 4th position. You could say that this is basically IRC's version of Formula 1.5 here, which is between Physico and Roscoe, because the top 3 have checked out then. It's almost 20 seconds out. That just shows the goal. That just shows incredible class between the top 3 and the rest of the field then. And that's why I'm really looking forward to next season, to be honest, because those top 3 will be going into Elite, and I got to say, I reckon they'll all fit into that league like a glove. But then in terms of Super, it's wide open, isn't it? And because we've had everyone battling for 4th position, haven't we? And we've yeah, it's going to be very, very close, isn't it? Of course, at the moment, leading the Formula 1.5 category at the moment is actually Matt. So Matt will be leading the championship technically if we got rid of the front 3. But of course, then that could all change around then with Matt out of the race. I think the man that to really be stand to really jump up some position will be Roscoe, wouldn't he? Is Roscoe there cutting the corner there slightly, but he might go away with that in terms of getting a penalty at the moment. On board then with Roscoe once again, and that is what 7 tenths of a second looks like in a Formula 1 car. Look at that, so close, isn't it? You can see that's about a couple of car lengths, though, isn't it? It feels like a long way back. That's so frustrating, isn't it? When you gain under the braking, then they just pull away, don't they? Lovely shot of the DRS of the Red Bull, and it's working mightily fine indeed. Then Roscoe just pulled out of the slipstream there. Just have a look to see if Fizzy would just basically, I think he was just too annoyed destroyed Fizzy there, wasn't he? Brown is all over the back of Sven then as well. We got some good battles starting to shape up then as we are in the second half of the race. We are coming to the fight. We are coming to the fourth quarter of this race, and Brown has gone very wide then, and all that momentum is gone down the pan then. We'll keep an eye on that later on, because I think Brown does have the legs over Sven as it stands at the moment. Jonathan is 3.7 seconds in front now of Not That Bad. That is the battle for first and second. So as it stands, about everything can happen, but Murphy might have hit the nail on the head there, because IRC Racing is really starting to creep up, isn't he? I gotta say, IRC Racing's done a fantastic job today, hasn't he? Remember, he started as Harry has passed at PB and moved up into and Harry there, oh my goodness me, and he's gone very wide there. PB is going to go up and under, and he is back through, and this is the battle for 12th and 11th. This potentially could be a battle for points there, so you do not want to give anything away. Physico's got a 3-second penalty on board Roscoe. Lovely over the shoulder shot, isn't it? You can see, look at all the gizmos going on that steering wheel. It's incredible, isn't it? So you not only have to race these cars, you also have to babysit them as well, don't you? You have to make sure that they don't use up too much urge. You've got to make sure they don't use up too much fuel as well. And you've got, of course, also make sure the tires don't the tires also stay in the sweet spot as well. Hogg is in the pits, and he comes in the pits. He's thrown on a set of soft tires, and he is away then. Hogg is, so keep an eye on Hogg. He could be a man who is really on the money later on. Then I gotta say, I'm really enjoying that battle there between Harry and PB. I'll keep an eye on that later on then, as PB there is gaining on Harry then as they come down the hill. But at the moment we're back on board with Roscoe and Physico and Roscoe battling away for 4th and 5th position then at the moment. And our sprinter just said IRC Racing is getting on the top tour quite quick right now. He is sprinting as with a smiley face as well then. And so yeah, he definitely is. He's taking the lead from your Brook sprint, isn't he? He is sprinting. He's now 4.2 seconds back. As we're back with this battle here then. It's the yellow machine versus the dark blue machine, I think it is, of Roscoe then. As you can see, look at him. And then he is just pushing him over the start and finish line. He's going on lunch. And turn 1 is so inviting. He is taking the invitation. Is he going to accept it? He has accepted it. He takes the 4th position. He has passed Fizzy, or has he? Fizzy is going to try and come back at him. Sven's got a 3-second penalty. Fizzy is trying to come back at him, but that battle might not be done dusted. But unfortunately, he's in the dirty area of that Red Bull now, isn't he? So you can see he's going to have a load of understeer. And look at the debris on the outside then. That was all the chaos from the opening couple of laps, wasn't it? My goodness me, it was chaos. It really was then. So as Fizzy, he will still be in DRS. He's only half a second back from Roscoe, and now as they drop down the hill and they come into the left-hander on the back straight. Then he has DRS. Then let's see if he can catch and maybe pass. So that is quite a long way back, isn't it? And this straight is not long enough, is it, for Fizzy then? And wonder if Roscoe might now be able to pull away then, as he has been pulling away. Oh, look at this! We've got a 3-car battle here. It is Sven, Brown, Timmy is, look, he's already alongside Brown, and it's going to be a drag race going down into Brown is still in front of Timmy. Timmy's now swapped to the outside. He's gonna that camera's very deceiving. And Roscoe involved. Oh my goodness me! And we've also got Roscoe and Physico. Oh my goodness me! Roscoe's gone wide. And Fizzy is back in the 4th position, but Roscoe's got the inside. Where are they? There they are. Oh no, goodness me! And that is not good there for Roscoe. He's damaged the car. They were going side by side down to turn 19, and what a shame there. We caught the end of it, didn't we? And we've also got Asdog moving up into 5th position. And Roscoe's in the pits, and I think he's going to be an angry Scotsman now, isn't he, Roscoe? So that is a shame there for Roscoe. He is in the pits. Fizzy, as he damaged the car, just taking a quick look then as I love that shot. But it wasn't a very good shot for what we want to see. I like that helmet as well. That's a beautiful helmet. Anyway, enough about Fizzy's helmet. We'll talk about that in a minute, because we're now on board then with Brown. He's going to go on the outside. Where is Sven? Where is he? He is Brown is through. Oh, there is Sven, and they come together. They're through abreast. They're three abreast going in, and Sven's gone wide. Is it Sven's? Where are they? Oh my goodness me! And Sven's gone flying flying off the track there, and he is in 8th position. Wow. So Brown's in 6th position now then, so he would like to have a clear run to the finish now, but Timmy is really on the march at the moment, on the charge. Roscoe's come out in 10th position then. He's gonna be flying, isn't he? But Roscoe got a 3-second penalty, but he's on the medium tires. I wonder if he would have taken advantage and had to go on the soft tires, but he might not have had any spare softs left then. Timmy is still in DRS zone at the moment then, but I think he's too far back at the moment. As you can see, he's got to do a lot of harvesting now, hasn't he? My goodness me, that was a great great fighting from all three of them into sector 1. Really good stuff. Not about got another penalty there. That might, I'm going to say, I think IRC Racing might get in front of Not That Bad here. So potential to IRC Racing, I can't remember him having any penalties. He might have had 1 or 2, but yeah, I think IRC Racing once again doing a very clean race. He's taking a page out of T. Sammy's book, hasn't he? In terms of being Mr. Clean. And oh, you can see he got a, oh my goodness me, and you can see that they're flying through turn 19 now. Brilliant camera work there, absolutely fantastic stuff here. Circuit of the Americas, we're on lap 21. This race has flown by, hasn't it? And I thought we had all our DNFs quite early on in the race, didn't we, really, where it got a bit messy in the start, didn't it? As now we're coming up to the turn 1 then. Timmy is out of DRS range of Brown at the moment. I've got to say, Brown is on a fantastic race out there, isn't he? Really well done from Brown. I feel that this is probably one of his definitely one of his best drives in IRC. He's done a very good job as well. He's kept his head, and remember, this was a nose change as well, so if you take a couple of seconds off his time, then he would be much closer to Asdog as well. Hog has got a 3-second penalty. Hog is on the soft tires, so he will be motoring on. IRC Racing is now 2.7 seconds away from Not That Bad. How long is his tires going to last? We still got 6 more laps to go. Timmy's in DRS zone then, and you can see the Brown there is just skating away at the moment. DRS is now, Brown is on the money. Oh no, look at this then. As you can see, then we was having this shot in qualifying lot, wasn't we? And we got a lovely shot of it in the race. Look at how beautiful that bodywork is on that Mercedes then. Very, oh my goodness me, very tightly packaged there, isn't it? So then there's Brown then is still there or thereabouts. Timmy there went quite did he miss his braking point? Well, that might be his general brake in. Aaron Brown was just braking a bit early, maybe to conserve the tires. Remember, half the battle in this race was Sven there dropping off the back of these guys. Now he's almost 3 seconds away then, Sven is, but again Sven is having a good race as well, so good stuff there from Sven. I think he's 11 in the championship, isn't he? Sven is. He's 5th. He's 15th in the championship, but these points will get him in front of Woody. So this is exactly what Sven needs then. So good stuff from Woody. What about Timmy then? He is now all over the gearbox once again at Brown then, and we're going to have another round of Brown versus Timmy. And of course, this is what you want to see, isn't it? As he comes down the hill, then I wonder if Timmy's going to go for the spectacular, or is he going to wait for the DRS and then to see if we can get him down the straights then? And look at these understeer there. Look at this. That is the dirty air which has caused Timmy to go wide there. That is the problem which has faced the Formula 1 overtaking group, which I don't think exists anymore, does it? But it's definitely what the FIA have been trying to eradicate, isn't it? The downforce, and hopefully the 21 cars might eradicate that issue. IRC Racing is within 2 seconds behind his championship rival, Not That Bad. Can he take some points out of Not That Bad? Surely not. It's been a fantastic drive, hasn't it, from IRC Racing, isn't it? In terms of driver of the day, we usually start to talk about Jonathan Cox has been absolutely peerless, hasn't he, at the front now. Unfortunately, we haven't seen much of the British Italian driver, has we? He's been that good. We haven't really needed to watch him, have we? It's been going on behind him, hasn't it? IRC Racing now from 18th on the grid to 3rd. He's opening a couple of laps, is fantastic. Roscoe is in front of Snap. He has moved up into 9th position as Snap there is a couple of lap older tyres. He's trying to go on the outside, but nothing doing there. Roscoe's next target is Sven. Can he get some points there from Sven then, and try and make up the positions he lost after the incident he had earlier on then. IRC Racing is almost within a second. He is in a second now, isn't he? And that is going to be very interesting. Can Timmy make this work then going into turn 1? As we said earlier, the turn 1 is so inviting, isn't it? As they going up the hill then. but not at the moment. Let's take, this is what we want to see. This is what Sprint wants to see. This is what we want to see as well. Here it is. It's the battle for second. This is the battle between the two championship rivals as well, isn't it? Not that bad. We might have a bit of a fright to see that. Oh, he's got to go. Oh my goodness me, he is mounting him. Goodness me. This is, I suppose, it's after the watershed, but my goodness, that's not really what we wanted to see, was it? And just taking a quick look there is Timmy. They haven't gone to the DRS zone just yet, so we have a look at, well, they're both going to be on the DRS zones at, well, different parts of the track exactly the same time, which is typical, isn't it? But we're keeping on this battle here because IRC Racing, oh my goodness me, he's lost all the momentum there. I've got to say, that looked stylish though, didn't it, from IRC Racing? But unfortunately he's lost an awful lot of time. When I say an awful lot, 3/10 of a second, it doesn't sound like a lot, does it? You can do a lot in 3/10 of a second, but in Formula 1 terms, that's a lot. But he's definitely got the bit between his teeth, hasn't he, IRC Racing? He needs to strike whilst he's on it. Timmy is still behind Brown because Brown's got a very slippery car, hasn't he? I'll tell you what, that car is going to be difficult to overtake from Timmy's point of view. He needs to get himself lined up and sorted as quickly as he can, Timmy has, but and try and get by. He's only got 4 more laps to do it though, hasn't he? I think Brown is settling into a rhythm now. Of course, there's a bit of snap oversteer there from IRC Racing. He is pushing on, isn't he? IRC Racing is. Remember, he drove in Elite last night and he has shown some very good driving in Elite, didn't he? He's finished 9th, and he was also in the top 10 as well. Not that bad now is going to come under pressure, and DRS enabled from IRC Racing. Here he's gaining. Not that bad, is feeling like he has to defend now. He's weaving, isn't he? That is also within the rules then, and IRC Racing's not even concerned about that. He's going to go on the outside. He is on the outside, but not that bad. Holds his position, holds his line, and he is still in 2nd position. And wow, this is good racing. And this is what we want to see. All the championship rivals are in the top 3, and Jonathan, of course, who is probably the furthest behind, has got the of course, so was scoring the most, and this is what you want, really, isn't it? The top 3 in the reverse order of where they are in the championship. That's exactly what you want to see. So Timmy, they're really strong, isn't it? Look at the dirty air coming off it. Cosme, he's got a lap younger tyres than Brown. I've got to say, driver of the day, IRC Racing has been an outstanding driver, hasn't he? But I've got to say, Brown's done a fantastic job as well, hasn't he? Really good stuff. Really good stuff. But I think it has to be IRC Racing, doesn't it? A brilliant job indeed. And you can see again a lovely shot here of the rear wing, and I'm going to have to we're back with these guys then. I'm just going to keep an eye on that. Timmy about there, just under half a second between each other, but this is incredible racing, isn't it? As they're on board then in the SSN, and not that, oh, he's gone right there. It's IRC Racing. Oh my goodness me, this is going to get very feisty indeed. Jonathan is now 7 seconds up the road then, isn't it? It might come down to penalties. I can't remember IRC Racing having many penalties, so potentially if IRC Racing can get through as quickly as possible, he potentially might be able to get within shouting distance of Jonathan. No, as you can see, he's just pushing along, and he just needs to keep it calm on the throttle. He has done very good here, hasn't he? This is a golden opportunity for the golden and black Haas. He pulls out from not that bad slipstream, and Roscoe is up into 8th position. IRC Racing is up into 2nd position. He passes the championship leader, and he takes another 3 points out of him. But will it be enough? Well, we'll find out in Brazil, in Abu Dhabi, in a week and 2's time then. And IRC Racing, then Roscoe in that Sven there, also battling away as well. And we've also got Hogg, who is in front of PB, or is he? No, PB has come back, Alan. They are on a fantastic battle. PB has just snuck up and under. Good stuff there from PB. And you can see in the foreground there, I think that was Sven and Roscoe as well. PB has gone, oh my goodness me, and oh no, and I don't even know what's going on there. Yellow flag in at 3, and I'm not sure what's going on in 3, but oh dear, and Harry's gone, Harry's ghosted as he's just getting lapped then. And look at this, and then now it's Timmy and Brown, then they're going down the back straight then. They're going down the back straight. He is out of the slipstream. He is alongside Brown. Brown is now behind him, but has Timmy got it? Timmy has done all the right things there, and he has forced Brown on the outside. He has done what he needs to do there, and Timmy is up into 6th position. And I gotta say, this battle there between Hogg and PB is a fantastic battle, isn't it? And Hogg has gone right off the track there. IRC Racing, not about to drop to 2 seconds behind IRC Racing already. And PB, and that's a long way back there, and he ghosted there. Luckily he ghosted, because that might have ended in a bit of shenanigans there. There is IRC. Oh no, and again there all sorts is going on here. My goodness me. Wow. I don't know what to say really. Yeah, as now a Hogg is ghosted, he is now going to be lapped then. But remember, this is the battle for 12th and 13th position. These two are the last cars on the track, but they're having an almighty scrap, isn't it? It doesn't matter where you are. This is also about pride, isn't it? RU Racing is 7.2 seconds back as that PB is a drop behind Hog, but now they're both ghosting. So this is going to be interesting indeed, isn't it? And look at this, he's sneaking up and under there. Look, they're inside each other. My goodness me. There's something I didn't expect to be saying. And now he's going to go up into 12th position. PB is no, Hog is back up into 12th position, and PB has dropped down to 13th position. And now RU Racing gets involved in the shenanigans as well. And well, PB is using DRS set at the moment, so I think he's getting very intrigued. Oh, and look at this. They're just driving through each other. Well, as the 7 tenths of a second the gap is between RU Racing and Jonathan. I'm not sure what's going on in terms of the penalties stuff. Well, PB has definitely got a penalty, and Hog has also got a penalty as well. Then, so but in terms of penalties, then for the front guys, I can't remember RU Racing getting a penalty. I think Jonathan's definitely got 2. Oh, well, RU Racing's got a penalty now then, so that's put to bed anything of that nature. Not that bad. He's in the pits then, so he is in the pits and he's going to go for fastest up here, isn't he? Not that bad is. I can't remember what the target is. And Hog has got a 5-second penalty now, and we'll leave him to it, shall we? So is RU Racing, and it has got the legs, has got the legs over Jonathan, but I think Jonathan is now in cruise mode, isn't he? Not that bad. He's got one lap then to sort himself out and get that fast lap, which should get him an extra point, which is a new rule this season, isn't it? And it's definitely, I've got to say, it's a subtle rule, but I've got to say it's definitely made the race more interesting. Harry has had a bit of a miserable race today, hasn't he, in the McLaren there, and he has dropped in, and he has now been lapped, and he is down in 11th position. Azdog is now all over the back of Fizzy, and this battle is we've been looking at the times on this, and this battle is now creeped up on us as well, and this could be the final battle. Jonathan's on the final lap. Azdog is only got a couple of chances here. Hog is, someone just set the fast out of the race. I didn't see who it was. I thought it was I gotta be honest, I really thought it was Hog first, but I'm not sure. PB is now within a 10th of a second. Well, he's again in front of Hog. And I gotta say, I'm quite intrigued to see what's going on here. And oh my goodness me! And I don't even know what to say anymore. Well, it's an interesting one, isn't it? This battle is. Hog is really. Oh my goodness me! And Hog there, I don't know what went out from there. I think there must be a problem with the steering column. We'll leave them to it, I think. Which we're just now going to watch the battle between Fizzy and Azdog. And Hog has been disqualified from the session. I'm going to be honest, I'm not really surprised, to be fair. So Hog is out of the race then, and of course he drops right down to 8th position because he's been a naughty boy. He's been black flagged, and he now has to sit on the sidelines for the remainder of the race, which is well, with less than half a lap to go, isn't it? Jonathan has done an absolutely incredible drive today, hasn't he? He has not put a foot wrong, and he really hasn't been challenged much. Actually, not that bad. Did reel him in by about 3 seconds, but apart from that, he's just been absolutely incredible, hasn't he? So we're just watching these two here as Fizzy and Azdog battle as well. But Jonathan is going to round turn 19 now. He has been he's been in class of one tonight, hasn't he? Fantastic stuff indeed. I wonder what would happen if RU Racing did take part in qualifying. Jonathan wins the American Grand Prix. Brilliant stuff there from Jonathan. That is his 6th win of the season. Brilliant stuff there. RU Racing is second. Great drive from RU Racing. Azdog has moved up into 4th position then, and he has passed Fizzy. Not that bad. It's going to finish at 3rd, I think then, but incredible driver. RU Racing did have a lot more penalties at the end of the day than Jonathan. I need to pay more attention. So RU Racing finishes 3rd, and then not that bad. It's finished 3rd. Sorry, not RU Racing finished 2nd. Oh, not that bad. It's finished 3rd position. He has got the extra point. And so that could pay dividends later on. And Azdog did pass Fizzy on the last lap then. So as Azdog is going to come through, and I think it's a great recovery drive from Azdog actually, when he was basically last at the end of the first lap. Azdog finishes 4th position. No, he doesn't, because Fizzy finishes 4th position. I think Fizzy's done a superb race, hasn't he? Done well to get 20 laps on those hard tyres as well. Azdog 5th position. Timmy is back up into 6th position now, and he's also had a battle and drive similar to Azdog, so he comes across across the line, and he finishes at 6th position. Brown finishes 7th. Roscoe is 8th position. Sven is 9th, and the 10th position is Snap then. So good driving from everyone who finished today. Jonathan now is the man of the hour and the man of the show here tonight. 6th win this season for Jonathan. Fantastic drive from the Ferrari driver, and it says kept the championship alive. This result has. It's been brilliant stuff. It really has, and absolutely fantastic. So Double has just said I would have been a bit vocal if I lost the position because of this. And Ghost, and that is Jonathan. Yes, roll on Brazil. And Sprint's also saying yes, bring on Brazil. And I echo those sentiments completely, because that is a quality track, isn't it? And just remember, I think not that bad. We'd like to have wrapped it up here really, because Brazil, anything can happen. It's going to be chaos. It's going to be anarchy in Brazil, of course, in a week's time for both Elite and Super. Of course, both championships are still open. It's still open. It's still it's down to, but we're getting down to the nitty and gritty stuff now, aren't we? And now let's just take a quick look at the final classification from the United States Grand Prix. Jonathan from pole position to checker flag, incredible stuff. But are you racing? Fantastic drive from 18th to 2nd. Where would he have been if he took part in qualifying? Not that bad for in the end, and also pinched the extra point for that fast as that. Fizzy, good drive in 4th position. Asdog 5th. Timmy in 6th position. Brown 7th. Snap 8th. Sven 9th. Roscoe in 10th. Those are our points finishers. Harry, PB, Dave, Snap, Sprint, Woody, Matt and Hog. Unfortunately did not score any points today. Harry and PB were the final finishers that did not score any points then. And Double, of course, we look forward to a Double return back in Brazil in a week's time. Of course, it was a bit weird not to see Double in the field, wasn't it, really, today? So hopefully Double, you're doing well, and I'm looking forward to seeing you back in the car, back in your Williams, and fighting fit and raring to go in Brazil in a week's time then. It's been an absolutely fantastic day today, really has, really enjoyed it, brilliant stuff all race long, battles galore, really enjoyed it. So yeah, remember, as we said then, the standings will come out on the IRC drivers group chat, and also on the IRC page as well. So looking forward to tonight. It's really bunched up a bit, not that bad though, as the headline as we move to Brazil is not that bad. Hasn't wrapped up the championship yet. It surely is. It's still just a matter of time, but doubts must be creeping into the championship's lead of mine now, with Ari Racing and Jonathan showing some mighty form here. Join us in a week's time, Wednesday night. It will be Elite. It'll be Elite Wednesday, won't it? As the Elite guys will be back, and Danina's did an incredible show last night, doing a brilliant drive. And Jonathan again here tonight, an absolutely fantastic drive as well. Can they keep the momentum going into Brazil? Both championships are still all to play for as we head into the final 2 rounds of the IRC World Drivers' Championship. But for now, it's goodbye.